What's up, everybody? It's Painkiller already, episode 34 with the world-famous Whiteboy 7th Street Gold Medal Championship Gaming Spelling Bee winner.
Thought you were going to forget the gold medal champion part.
I didn't want him to forget the spelling bee part. That's the key right there. Have you fixed the spelling errors on your YouTube page yet?
I think so, but I'm not sure. I need a tutor or something.
Yeah, you need to get your mom to proofread it for you, like you're in school.
You need to press right on the words that have underlines on them. It'll fix it for you.
I don't got spell check on my computer.
YouTube comes with it.
Yeah.
I use YouTube a lot for my spelling. That's my main.
Oh, that's the problem. That's the problem. If you just reading like YouTube comments, your spelling will go downhill fast.
No.
Is that how you spell that word? All right, let me note it.
Somebody the other day was replying to one of my comments, and they go, "You're retarded," and they spell both words wrong.
Nice.
I like when somebody calls me a faggot and spells with an E.
Yeah, like you don't even know. Oh.
I bet there's like 10-year-olds right now. That isn't how you spell it? Oh my god!
And I never correct them though, because I know they're going to be like, "You would know how to spell it, wouldn't you?"
Man, lately I've been writing, like, I'll pick a particularly negative comment and, write them like 2 or 3 paragraphs in response, and it goes over really well. I just sit there and, like, analyze it. And, like, I told one guy that he was an unpleasant fellow and that I hope he enjoys his lonely life of video games and porn going forward.
Hey, that's my life. What the heck are you talking about?
And, dude, it was like the highest rated comment on my video. It went big.
It's fun to get back at the trolls. We get trolled so much every video. Just get some retribution once in a while.
I made a Christmas video, and I'm still getting called fat in that.
A Christmas video from last year?
Oh,
from
this
year.
year.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't catch it.
Oh, I haven't clicked that yet. I didn't know it was actually going to be you. It had like some weird design in the thumbnail.
No, I pulled a video that's about 2 years old, and I put it on my channel.
Oh, the Carl Sagan video. I saw that.
Yeah, because I did it yet last year. I did my own version of it. This year I actually put the video that inspired me up, and people were like calling me fat during that. I'm like, how can you call me fat during this video?
Yeah, he's not in that video. He doesn't even talk in that video. He uploaded somebody else's video because he likes it. It has nothing to do with Wings, other than the fact that Wings likes it.
Oh man, Wings is one of the most hated men in the world. Apparently, like I was watching Hutch's video today, and Hutch gets killed by this guy sitting in a corner, and the guy wasn't even sitting in a corner. Like he was sitting in a corner, but it was below one of those ladders on crack. So he was like looking up, waiting on somebody to come down the ladder. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he kills Hutch, and because Hutch's sniper didn't like connect or whatever, and they go, "Oh, sitting in a corner like Wings of Redemption." It had like 30 thumbs up. I was like, "Dang."
Oh, man, 2 videos went up today. And so one thing I have is I play with a lot of YouTube commentators. So, like, I'm always on edge that one of my games is going to, like, I'm going to, whatever, you have your big game, and I'm like, oh no, here it comes, right? I'm having an off game. So in one of the games I went 3-1, which isn't, like, terrible, but it's not a lot of kills either. And the other game, I went 6-3. Neither of those in my book are, like, completely embarrassing, terrible scores. They're quick games. They were demo or something. But, in each case, 10% of the comments were about my score. Leave me alone. That wasn't my video. There was a whole commentary they talked about. Why are you fussing at me? But it gets worse, because, like, I'll upload a video, and it will say, like, Hutch is your daddy just logged on. And 10% of my comments will be about that. And all he did was log on to Xbox while I was playing. So, it could be worse.
You know what bothers me? When you have one of those games that you hate, and you think, man, this shit's going to be in my file share.
Yes. Yeah, there are so many trolls. There's oh gosh, I'm going to give this jackass attention. So we played a game against this guy, and they were competitive, I guess. I forget what the final score was, but we won. And then we played them again, and we won by even more, and they left the lobby. And each time after the game, it was like, hey, good game, man. Yeah, nice to have a challenge. Nice to meet you. And And that was it. We played them twice. We beat them, and then we beat them by more, and then they left. And then he puts up a video saying that I suck, that he really doesn't think that I'm good at all. He's writing messages saying I play like Stevie Wonder. And he's like, I don't know why you're upset. You say yourself you're unexceptional. Yeah, I don't say I play like freaking Stevie Wonder, you jackass douchebag. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And, we're like, all right, let's play tonight. Because he said that he would rape us if he had more players. And we're like, all right, he... I think underestimated, like what we've got going on too. Right? We had 3 guys from our GB team, including me. Then he wants to play 5-on-5. Like, dude, you won't like this. You're not going to be happy when we're in like Holiday Dock and Bendro, and they just freaking wipe the floor off with him. But yeah. So douchebags call me out, not so much in person, but behind my back. And the guy I think thinks of himself as a good guy, but he needs to reanalyze his behavior. And there's just no way that talking that kind of trash behind somebody's back and being nice to them in person is acceptable.
Hey, Woody, just put Wings of Redemption Rage Quit into YouTube, see what you find. There's about 60 of them. Every time I have a bad game, it gets up on YouTube.
Really?
Every time.
You're followed more than me then. I have bad games, but I don't pretend to be the greatest player on YouTube, right? Like I hope that my
let's have an experiment. See, Woody Gamertag sucks. Let's see what comes up with it.
Oh boy,
I don't see nothing. Let's see, Woody's Gamertag Rage Quit.
You'll have a hard time finding me rage quitting. I've done that once since Black Ops came out. Like it's pretty rare.
I'm at 1,800.
1,800 rage quits?
Yeah, my win-loss ratio is like 0.13.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alright, I found a Sucks You parody of Woody's Gamertag.
Alright. It sucks you?
Yeah, Sucks You.
Or shucks you?
No, Sucks. S-U-K.
I have to watch that.
Wait, so when are we gonna get the spelling bee going?
We need Only Use Me Blade. He's the other guy.
Oh.
Calling you out, Blade. 1v1 spelling bee.
Well, this guy just basically cut your whole video and lower the quality and put it back up.
Oh, he just ripped it off? Like he didn't add anything?
He didn't add anything.
If it's complete, it's literally a copy, or it's
it's got the Huppet director thing in the top right.
All right, yeah, dude. No, all you gotta do just send a message to Anthony, and he'll take that down immediately.
I mean, all he did was cut the intro off, where it says Woody's Gamertag.
Can you post that link in the Skype? That guy's not going to be happy about what happens to him.
Dude, he's got 90 views.
Yeah, but those are that's 1.8 cents, dude. Come on.
Yeah. I flag every video that says Rings of Redemption Rage Quit.
Yeah, you can't steal people's stuff. He might lose his channel over this. There's no messing around here.
No, all you gotta do, just whenever I find one, I send the guy a message first. I'm like, hey, dude, there's a reason I got ads on those videos. They're copyrighted. Could you please take that down, or I'm gonna have to file a claim? And 90% of the time they take it down. And if not,
all right, Kyle, I'll go easy on this evening.
Well, I mean, it's you don't have to
I go one more. Oh. My name is copyrighted, and you didn't have my permission to put me in this video.
I don't know if your name's not copyrighted.
Yeah. Did you hire an attorney in this? You can't just make it up.
My name is a brand, though. You're just facing my brand.
But copyright means something, right?
Wait, what makes your name a brand, though?
The fact that I'm a machinima director?
No. Doesn't mean anything.
You think Wings of Redemption, you don't think about Coca-Cola. You think about me.
Yeah, but I could go right now and get the name Wings of Redemption copyrighted, and you couldn't use it anymore.
No.
I could. You got to pay royalties.
No,
Yeah,
I think there's a prior use, I want to say mechanism. I'm lacking a better word, but yeah, if he uses it first, then it's okay. I took a law course in college, and so get this: there was a guy who built a strip club, and the strip club was called Mickey's Mouse, and
nice.
Yeah, it was called Mickey's Mouse because it attracted cats, or synonyms for cat. Are you guys getting this?
Yeah.
All right. So, but then, Disney came down on them. But it was older than Disney. The thing had been around forever. And they won the court case. So Disney ended up actually like paying for their they still wanted it changed. They didn't want Mickey's Mouse to be a strip club, so they paid him off and got him, made it worth his while to change the name.
Let me ask you this, Woody.
Hmm?
All right, it says my name is not a brand. That's like saying like you ever see movies where they don't use like Coca-Cola, but they use they'll like put like soda on the thing, or it'll like have like this generic made up beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is why I'm going to. They can't use like Anheuser-Busch's Budweiser there because they don't have permission to use it.
But
use the same thing with my name. They don't got my permission to use my name.
They've actually I'm a little out of my depth here because I'm not an attorney, but I think they've actually like filed records with the government to copyright their brand. They didn't just say like, all right, Shazam, that's mine now. I'm using it, therefore you can't. Like that's not how it works.
Like you ever heard like the ghetto like copyright where you put a leather in a sealed envelope, then you mail it back to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I do know about that, and I think actually that it's gone now. Like I think that they got rid of that.
And that's like the same thing as the prior use thing that like the strip club. The reason that's copyrighted now because you have a government seal on it with a date. And it's in a sealed envelope, so it's obviously untampered.
Right.
Because it went through the postal system. So that's like 100% proof that you own this before this date, because you were the first.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little out of my depth. I'd love to do this. Maybe there's an attorney in the stream.
This guy in the stream said that Monsanto
apparently YouTube agrees with me, because they took down every video I flagged because of that.
Oh, wow. This guy said that Monsanto tried to claim copyright over the phrase "the pig." Monsanto's like a massive food company conglomerate deal. That's actually one of the most evil companies in the world. Also,
what makes them an evil company? I'm curious.
Like, all right, it's kind of they invented this. They invented Roundup. I don't know if you know what that is. It's an herbicide. It kills everything.
Yeah,
like it kills everything. And they also invented a soybean seed that is immune to Roundup. So everyone had to use that then. So basically now you can plant your entire field with soybeans, and then you can spray the entire field with Roundup, and everything except your soybeans die. Well, what people used to do is they used to keep the seeds and reseed. Like they would take seeds from the soybeans and keep them and then plant them the next year. Well, they completely made that illegal, and so not only did they make it illegal to take the seeds from Monsanto seed plants, they made it illegal to do it with any plant. So they've got like private.
How do you do that? That's what it says. How do you do that?
Exactly. Well, and they took these people. I was watching this thing. It was called there's a documentary on Netflix called Food Incorporated, Food Inc. And they go into great detail about the whole thing and like how it's cost these farmers like $250,000 in legal fees to try to fight the thing, because he really wasn't even using Monsanto seeds to begin with. He was just like reseeding his own kind of seed, and it's just ridiculous because they file this suit against you and you have to defend yourself or lose your farm or give up.
This is why I'm glad I'm not a smart man. It's time to initiate the violence. I mean, that's fucked up. Like, I know this isn't, whatever seed you was talking about, but like you got an apple tree and you eat an apple, you take the seed, you can't plant it in the ground because it's illegal now. It's like, what the fuck? How is this working?
Yeah, they're like, those are our seeds. So when your plants make more seeds, those are also our seeds.
That's a heck of a business model.
Oh, it is. Like they're raking it in. Like that's,
yeah, but I'm trying to understand it from both sides, right? Like traditionally, your plants make seeds, whatever. On the other hand, if they put all the R&D into creating that, I can almost see their claim on future.
Oh
seeds.
yeah, I agree with their claim on the seeds of plants derived from their seeds.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not getting too convoluted, but what they do, they go after anyone who there's like a special machine that like takes the seeds from the plants to reseed or whatever, and they go after they go specifically after those guys. Like, they don't want anyone doing it, period. They want everyone out of business that reseeds.
Here's the thing. They're lucky that they didn't get me as a judge. I could see that coming to court. I'd be looking at that shit and be like, you serious?
So I've had this topic on my list forever, and I wasn't sure if it would work out. But it's about conforming to society. I thought it'd be neat because, like, I don't know, I feel like I mostly did, and the three of you mostly didn't. What is the nature of this thing, this conforming to society? A lot of you guys aren't working 9 to 5s. You haven't done the family thing. You're just kind of doing whatever the heck it is you want, when you want. I don't know. Can we start a topic about this? Whiteboy?
Feels great.
I remember Whiteboy did a commentary, and he's like, I don't really have a job because, well, jobs aren't for me. And I was like, what?
Suckers.
I told myself that I would never have a real job, like a 9 to 5. I never wanted one of those. And you two gave me the opportunity.
I've had one, and I never want another one.
Huh.
It's fun. You know, waking up whenever you want, you know, playing video games. I mean, it's not for everybody, but...
It's not as glamorous as it sounds. I fucking hate video games at this point in my life.
That's because you're not mixing it up enough, dude. I'm loving it. Like, right now, I'm playing Fallout, I'm playing Black Ops, I'm playing Luigi's Mansion, I'm playing Duke Nukem. Like, I'm having a great time. I'm having a ball.
I get bored easy.
You could not get bored of Luigi's Mansion, okay? You're walking around a haunted mansion with attacking ghosts with a vacuum cleaner.
But back on the conforming thing, like, how does it work when you, I don't know, enter other social circles? Like Whiteboy, when you try to pick up girls and you say that, you know, I like to sleep till 2 p.m. and play video games until 4 a.m., are they like, dude, that's sexy? Like,
they just look at my beard and they say, yeah, we can fuck.
Whiteboy goes for the little cute girls.
But, like,
my answer to that is I don't have a social circle. I mean, pretty much, I've never had one, to be honest with you. I mean, I had friends in high school, but as soon as high school ended, those people went away. I mean, that's the same thing I was trying to tell my sister. The friends that you have in school aren't going to be your friends you have in life, for the most part. But, like, once I got out of school, I went straight to work, and I worked this fucking miserable, abysmal job, and I didn't have time for friends when I was at work, because I'd work 12 hours, come home, you know, get something to eat, you know, take a shower, and by that time I got 8 hours to go to sleep before I had to get up and, you know, go back to work. And I did that for like almost 5 years. And then I ran right into this. So, honestly, I don't have friends. I don't have one single solitary friend other than the people I used to work with, and I don't talk to them for 6 or 7 months at a time.
Whiteboy? Yeah. Do you have a rich array of friends in real life, or mostly online, or what do you got going on?
I got a few friends here and there, but right now I'm just focusing on working and, you know, making the best videos that I can, and I'm just trying to prioritize. And videos are at the top of the list right now. I mean, I got a few friends, but for the most part, I just stay to myself. I'm a loner.
Same thing with me. I just try to keep as busy as humanly possible, so I don't think about, you know, being lonely or not having anybody to go out to. I mean, it sucks going to movies by yourself, but it's whatever. Woody,
this is the most depressing topic you've ever come up with.
I think it's going pretty well so far.
I think... Are you serious?
You know what?
No,
if you want to cast a stone, jackass, come up with a topic every once in a while.
Oh, no.
I got a couple topics today.
Oh, that's cool. I appreciate the help. But I think this one's going pretty neat. So, first of all, I love going to the movies by myself. It is a freaking pleasure to see something that I want to see.
You don't feel like I don't know, you don't feel like people are looking at you like, look at that guy.
I'm just happy I'm not at Shrek or Toy Story or, like,
yeah,
people
right.
See, I got morals and I don't have kids, so it's like, shit, bitch. You going to go see this movie? We going to go see this. I got a friend. I do have one friend I usually go to the movies with. Her name is Brandy. But usually the way the conversation goes is like, I'm going to go see this. Do you want to come? Yes or no? And we've been doing it for so long, she generally just says yes.
And she's like, no, I don't want to see Axum 3.
Axum 3? I mean, I drug her to fucking Hereafter, and she sat through that with me, so I'm pretty sure she'd watch Axum 3.
I just don't like people in general. It's just, I don't know. Something about...
I don't like people either.
You guys say you don't work, but actually, you know, like in Wing's case especially, he's playing the game when he doesn't want to, and he's making, I'm going to say, 2 to 5 videos a day. That's its own kind of work ethic, right? Like, you know, the thing that makes work hard to me is not, like, exhaustion. It's just doing what you don't want to do. And Wings freaking grinds away at that 7 days a week for a year now.
Yeah,
I love doing it personally. I don't know how Wings like playing video games. You got to take it easy, Wings.
Well, see,
I got 14 days played.
Wings is grinding it so hard though. Like you put up so many videos, and like I see that you like try to find ways to make your video to like keep it something new all the time. I like the whole thing you're doing with the top 10 movies and everything. And I can see how that can get old fucking fast. Like just TDM after TDM, free for all after free for all. Like I gotta mix it up. Like if whenever I get mad or tired of Black Ops, I hop on Fallout, and I love it. But I mean, as far as
people always ask me, why do I play by myself? It's because most people can't keep up with me. I get tired of backing out and regrouping, backing out, regrouping, backing out, regrouping. Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, you're right about the thing. Like, you don't keep the same friends from high school. Like, I'm not really close with anybody that I went to high school with, but I've got a couple of people that I'm friends with, and I hang out with my cousin. Who have
I'm close with one guy from high school, and I'm older than you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like for you, that's like
52 years, I guess, since I've been in high school.
yeah.
They have sundials back then.
Mercadurka said I was 70, and he still has like a couple dozen subs that still believe I'm 70 years old.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so yeah, 52 years ago I graduated high school, and I still have.
What was the Cold War like?
I actually know what the Cold War was like. What are you doing? You couldn't pick a different one. Like, I remember.
You're like, it was pretty boring. I don't know. Reagan did a good job, I guess. I don't know about that Star Wars thing.
Yeah,
but
we used to play Dungeons and Dragons, like when I was a little kid.
Man, I miss Dungeons and Dragons.
And there'd be like a dungeon master that kind of led you through, the adventure and such. And we would do these like ad hoc things, and I remember a lot of them were Cold War related. Like, what would you do if the Russians attacked? And it would play out like Dungeons and Dragons, but just sort of, then this happens. Well, then I do this, and it was fun. Yeah, so yeah, Cold War, 80s. That was actually my childhood. The younger part of it, anyway.
Why doesn't people play Dungeons and Dragons anymore? I know it's still played, but I miss playing that. I used to play that in high school with my friends. That's some of the funnest shit I've ever did.
Video games have made it better, I think. Like, I don't know, World of Warcraft just beat it down. The idea of rolling dice and like having paper maps that you don't see. And,
I played World of Warcraft.
I'm
gonna disagree with you here.
See, I haven't played it, so maybe I'll just yield to your experience. But I think that the whole notion of having remember Gary Gygax? He had all those books and volumes and volumes. I had I'm going to say 7 inches worth of books about all the different monsters and play rules and things like that. And I'm sure that we didn't play by the rules properly because they were just too much for my young mind to absorb. And when you go into computers and start playing it right and doing all that...
There's no way to improperly play Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I mean, you could break the core rules, but the fact is, the whole idea is to have a great time and role play. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the thing on that. I watch a lot of documentaries, and one on Netflix was about
the LARPing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were talking about that, dude. Like, they talked about the Dungeons and Dragons. They went into great detail and the various levels of dedication that people had. Like, this guy was talking about I don't know. Apparently, he was the dungeon master, or whatever, the one who leads the group, and he tricked everybody into the group into going into a portal of oblivion or some shit. And all their characters were killed, and these had been characters that they had been working on for the last 5 years. And he's like, "Give me your pieces," and they're like, "What? Give me your pieces." And apparently, when your character dies, there's no respawns in D&D. Okay,
yeah. Come on, there's resurrection spells. Come on now.
No, not with their rules. He took their fucking pieces, and he said, "I haven't spoken to those people in 3 years." They had been playing with each other for 5 or 8 years. They knew each other. They were best friends, and he tricked them into killing all their characters because he was mad at them. And that was it. Our friendship's over, buddy. You killed Meantharal and he was like a level 80 like swordsman, so I'm done with you. I don't get it. Like, that's not my kind of game, I don't think. Like, the farthest I could go with like a board game would be something, you know, like Monopoly, one of those 4-hour Monopoly games. And after that, I'm like, I don't think I ever want to play Monopoly.
I bet you money you could play Dungeons and Dragons for more than 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean the first time maybe, but like
I played it for 4 years, and I still to this day have fond memories of it. We played it every Saturday. We'd go over to Mark's house on Saturday morning, and we'd all bring our own chairs and all. And his mother was real cool about it as well. So we'd sit around their kitchen table. We'd start at 11 o'clock Saturday morning, and we'd play straight through the Sunday night to 7.
Yeah,
I mean, we'd stop and sleep somewhere in between there, but
yeah, that sounds like a ball, man. It really does. But
oh, it was
honestly,
so fun, dude. We had like food snack money. Everybody'd bring up like $20, and we'd order pizza and get snacks and Cokes and whatever, and we'd sit there, have fun, and laugh the entire time.
Wings, why don't you do a Dungeon and Dragon commentary?
Oh, that'd be cool. So,
What
Wings,
about
what color were your dice?
My dice? I had I had a kind of mix and match. I had 3 sets. They were kind of mix and match. I had a clear dice set, I had a red dice set, and a kind of like a glitter based set, like a bass boat. It was like gray with glitter all over them.
You're gay. So my dice were fluorescent orange, and I took a navy blue crayon and filled in all the numbers, like the indents, for maximum readability. It was beastly.
you would find from Max.
Did you ever buy one of those big D12s? Well, D20s?
Oh, no, I had a standard D20. By the way, I added Blade to the podcast. If he comes, if he's available.
I still got my dice. They're in the truck right now. I've always kept them as like a memento of my childhood.
I have never played a game like that. I've mentioned this before, but like growing up, I didn't play video games. Like the whole thing with like me like playing a lot of video games started like 2.5 years ago.
When did you grow up?
Like I went and got an Xbox. And, like
I don't want to grow
that,
up.
I didn't play.
Like we were talking about, I never do want to grow up. I'd never want to be like someone's dad or, you know, the guy who's got to pay all the bills. Or, you know,
That's me.
I have a hard enough time taking care of myself.
You don't want to be Woody.
I bet kids are great, but I don't want a responsibility of a kid. Like I said, I couldn't go and watch Shrek. You know, I could probably change a diaper, but watching Shrek is out of my league.
I think there's much worse things in childhood or parenthood to deal with than watching Shrek, though. I think there's a lot more downfalls.
Paying bills is the hard part for me. I did a commentary about my son. On a light year, we'll spend maybe $15,000 in medical bills, and on a heavy year, we'll spend closer to $45,000 or $50,000 a year in medical costs.
What the hell is wrong with your kid?
He doesn't talk right. So
oh yeah, you got that.
Yeah, so you know that's like people say kids are expensive. Kids are not expensive at all, especially babies. Babies are no big deal. You pay for diapers. If you have like any kind of reasonable job, that $20 a week you spend in diapers is not going to break you. And in our case anyway, like we had like parents and friends, they bought us like all sorts of like baby shower type gifts. So the stroller, like a little changing table, a crib, stuff like that just rolled in. We didn't even buy it. And then after that, you know, they literally don't eat food. They're breastfed. And then you have some diapers and whatever, you're good to go. It's but if you have a kid that needs medical help, that can get into the kind of expense where you need to like arrange your life to be able to provide for this. Like it's a big deal.
Yeah, I've thought about this. I may have mentioned this to you before about how like I would never want children, and one of the reasons I gave was how much children cost. Like you're talking about $250,000 a kid, right? like just ballpark, like not counting college, like just raising a little human being from 0 to 18 years. And so that's if he's able to leave at 18.
January's entire earnings, McDuck?
God, do not. Why do you? I get messages about that shit daily. I can never be like, hey guys, so if you got any like games laying around that maybe you'd like me to do a Let's Play up, go ahead and send them to me. I'll do it.
You know, this reminds me of
you shouldn't have to.
Like, they'd be like, okie dokie, McDuck, like you couldn't just buy GameStop.
You know what it is? You guys ever seen A Christmas Story of Charles Dickens? You ever see like the made-for-TV movie with George E. Scott, and he's like,
Christmas Carol.
I guess you want the whole day off for Christmas.
Yeah.
Hey, Blade. We were talking earlier about conforming to society, like getting a normal job, stuff like that. Any thoughts? Like, what? So you're a bouncer, and you also do some home theater installation as a like day
And
job?
I do. I have this little YouTube channel too. That's about the extent. Yeah, you guys should check it out. Yeah, that's pretty much about. That's kind of like where all my 3 sources of income are from. Which
Ever
is,
feel driven to like get a job with a tie?
Yeah, but then I kind of look back and go, well, you know what? A lot of people would kill to be in my position because I have such an easy, all 3 of my jobs are jobs that I love doing. You know what I mean? Or they're easy. Like the bouncing job is the easiest thing in the world. I sit there, and the Call of Duty stuff is I sit on my couch and play Call of Duty, and then occasionally I get out of my house and go install some home theater systems. So I feel blessed and fortunate that I get to do pretty easy, pretty fun stuff. You know. Like, why stress out about another dude or another person, like a boss breathing down my neck, which is,
I mean,
it generally isn't.
If you wanted a job with a tie, why don't you just cut the job part out and just get a tie?
Yeah, exactly. I could wear a tie and play Call of Duty. That's
there
not
you go. Perfect. Perfect. Yes.
You know,
man.
you know, I always
I need
hated
to do
in
a
the
live
work
commentary.
environment.
I'm gonna wear a tux.
You know what I always hated in the job environment? The faggot that wants to be like the suck up to the boss.
Oh yeah. Every job has one person that you want to knock out. You always have this one person that's just like, I can't, like the DJ at my bar, I fucking hate this guy. Like I really,
Flash tires.
Dude, it's so bad. Like he plays this Golden Tee game, and so after, like, while we're closing down the bar and cleaning up everything, getting ready to go home, it's like 3 a.m. He'll make us not be able to go home on time because he's over there playing Golden Tee, and it's just like it's obnoxious, and he keeps on
he'll have to ask, what is Golden Tee?
Golden Tee is a golf video game that they have in bars. But it's like networked. So like you put your credit card in and you play Golden Tee, and then it ranks you just kind of like it ranks you on like Xbox Live against other people in the world that play Golden Tee. So it's just like Call of Duty, but virtual golf, and it's in bars. It's not in your house.
Wow. All right, so he's basically slacking off where everybody else is mopping up the floor.
Yeah, I mean, we don't mop up the floor, but like, you know what I mean? Like he's so into it. It's like, okay, Woody, when you're super into your video games, you've learned not to go to your wife and be like, honey, come and see this trick shot I just made, right? You know that she doesn't care, but he thinks we care about some shot that he made in Golden Tee. I'm like, I don't care, dude.
Woody, you've never called your wife into the room when you got like a really high KD?
No.
27-1, Jackie. 27-1. Get the kids out of bed. Get them out of bed. Get them in here.
Kids, get down here now.
I have had her sit through some commentaries. A lot of them aren't mine that I think are especially good, but I haven't shown her any game scores. And she's a bit of a gamer too, but she I don't think it'd be even that interesting to like normal people, let alone girls.
Yeah. Like, okay, have you guys run into the issue of telling other people about YouTube, and you kind of like, before you tell them, you're like, how do I explain this without this sounding weird?
Yes, there's a preamble before you tell them what it is you actually do. Like I like to go ahead and explain like how much money I make. That's the first thing. I like to be because if you're just like, I play video games for a living, they're like, oh my god. All right, I'll talk to you later then, buddy. You good luck with that. Good luck with the Pac-Man or Mario.
Yeah,
what did
you say you play video games for a living? They think you're like this impoverished, person that lives in his mother's basement or something. It's like, video games are getting big, dude. I mean,
dude, leave Whiteboy alone.
Oh, Whiteboy don't live with his mom.
No, he doesn't. What was I going to? I usually start mine in terms of the celebrity. Like, I don't even mention the money typically, but I'll be like, yeah, I've got this many people following me, and the podcast is this big, and I'm a minor league international celebrity in this little circle over there.
Yeah.
Say you make YouTube videos? That's a good way to break the ice. That's what I like.
Yeah, you have to do it in layers. You're like, oh, I make YouTube videos. They're like, oh, really? What of? It's just like, mostly commentaries. They're like, oh, commentaries of what? And it's like, eventually you have to explain, what it is, and it's one more level for me because it's like I only knife people when I stab them. Like that's what I do.
As far as the do I tell I make YouTube videos, it's usually not me who brings it up. Someone else will bring it up. You know, did you know he did this?
I hate that with other people, like groups of friends or whatever. Like you'll be talking, and all of a sudden they'll be like, "Hey, Rizzo over here, guess what he does?" And
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly. It's like when you're talking to some people that you want to impress, and your mom walks up and is like, "Bobby, tell them about the time you shit your pants." You're like, "Mom, what?
You ever had that bedwetting problem?
Yeah, exactly." Did he tell you about his little bedtime problem?
People usually accept it though. They're cool with it that I make YouTube videos. I don't know about you guys, but
I've only had to tell like one person, so.
Oh man!
I mean, it was the person it was the guy at the GameStop. He's like, "How do you always spend all this money here?" It's like, it's what I do for a living, pimp.
That's half of my Facebook updates. Making a video. Oh, 14 million views. Oh, 80,000.
Oh, so you're doing the G Unit thing. You ever see G Unit's Twitter?
No.
Look at G Unit's Twitter. Everybody, go look at it.
Can you just tell me about it?
Yeah, can you just go ahead?
It's about 20 days worth of links to his videos. He's never actually put a tweet out there.
Yeah, I don't tweet very much either. Like the whole point of my Twitter was just like let people, like if the YouTube sub box failed. I mean, I'll get on there every now and then and like joke around with somebody, but for the most part, that's what it is. It's a backup in case YouTube fails.
I've embraced Twitter.
Yeah, I like Twitter.
You noticed.
My favorite part about Twitter is
Pat Sajak.
oh God, he's awesome. Pat Sajak.
What he got me
so
hooked
funny.
on Pat Sajak. He got me so hooked on Pat Sajak. It's not even funny.
Sajak is the funniest guy on Twitter. Who would know? Who would have guessed? But yeah, no, what I like about Twitter is the
Wheel of
commentators
Fortune
talking
guy?
to each other. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune guy. He is on Twitter, like just yucking it up, man. He says the funniest stuff.
Did he ever admit to banging Vanna White?
Not on Twitter. No. But yeah.
No, Woody actually got me hooked on Pat Sajak. He's just like, we were talking about Twitter one day in a Skype call, and he's like, dude, do you follow Pat Sajak? I'm like, Pat Sajak's on Twitter? What are you talking about? What? And then he's like, yeah, just check him out. And I watched a couple tweets, and I was like, okay, he's funny. Like, I actually enjoy seeing tweets from him. But as far as tweets from YouTubers that only tweet when they have videos up, a lot of YouTubers only use Twitter to update people when they have a video up, because sometimes the YouTube sub box fails, so it's another way to make sure that people are notified that your videos are there,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's one part of it. Here's some Pat Sajak tweets. Do not respond to this tweet. I repeat, do not respond in all caps. And do not retweet. No retweeting. Please ignore. Take no action here. None. And then in full caps. What is wrong with you people? I can't understand. You can't understand plain English? Do not respond to this. Do not. Retweet. Am I clear? Okay, let's try this. Pretend the keys and or the screen on your Twitter device is radioactive, and if you touch it, you'll die. To hell with it. I give up. Tweet, retweet, do whatever you want. I'm going out for a drink. This is the Sajak series. He's
what is he doing? What does he do these days? Like, he obviously... Is Wheel of Fortune still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
All right, never mind.
He goes to these celebrity events, and he'll tweet from there, like, like comments about other people. Or today, had to punch out a particularly annoying contestant at taping today. Went down in a heap. Might have to edit that out.
My favorite one was the one where he said that his tombstone's going to say R_P, like missing a letter.
When I stepped out of the shower this morning, I think I caught my wife dressing me with her eyes.
Yeah, that one's amazing too. Hey, what constitutes an untweet? Like, what makes you untweet a person or unfollow someone?
One thing that might do it for me is when what they call rape my Twitter feed. Like, if they sit there and reply to everyone that's tweeted them, and I have like 15 in a row, it's like, not good. Sometimes when you can link your YouTube account, and I do that. The only thing I have linked is when I actually upload a video. So if I like someone, if I subscribe, if I unsub, if I leave a comment, it doesn't like just destroy your Twitter feed. Some people have those things fully linked. Like every bit of YouTube activity they do is linked to Twitter. I'm not subbing you. Forget it.
Yeah.
Or in the new comments on YouTube, the little new.
Those are annoying.
Good topic. So they came out in two phases. First, there came sort by thread, and it was the old look, except that if someone did a reply, it was indented. And I was like, this is great. You know, first of all, you get sort by time and thread, so it's nothing but gain. You like it the old way, you have it. You like it the new way, you have that. Awesome. Now they've taken the person's name who wrote it and moved it underneath, and I just find it much harder to associate. Like, I have to use my mouse to highlight the comments to understand who wrote it, and it's confusing.
Yeah, and you gotta like go to that little Dropbox to block people now.
What do you mean?
If you want to block communications with somebody, you gotta go to the little Dropbox thingy. There's not just like a button that you just click. You have to select it from a Dropbox thingy.
Oh, so now how many clicks do you need to do to block
2
somebody?
clicks.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Exactly. People are fussing about that. It doesn't bother me that much. So now
You don't do 200 times a video.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you block a couple thousand people a day. I mean,
Wings. I've been meaning to ask you about this. You block a lot of people, but like to me, that just seems kind of silly when we're getting money from this. Like, why not let the haters watch it?
Because they'll watch it anyway.
Because they hurt his feelings. I think that's the reason.
So you think that means a double view because they viewed it the first time and then they'll like make a new account
not a double view, but the fact is, if they're that mad at you, they'll go around the way. They'll like punch my name in and go to my channel to watch it.
Okay.
But Wings, I think the reason you block people is you don't want them saying it, right? And you don't want them being trendsetters for other people saying it.
Basically, I don't want an opinion on my channel. It's like, okay, go the fuck on.
Wait, is that really it? Do you really not want an opinion, or is it the negative feedback you hate hearing?
Why do you disable comments then?
Because I want to read people praising me.
yeah, exactly. You know what? I want to change. Here's what I want to do. I don't want to disable comments. I don't want to enable them. Approval only. No, I just want to change the name of that box. I don't want it to be a
dictatorship.
I don't want it to be a comment box anymore. I want it to be like, say nice things about my video box.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. Cause like, if I put it up, I thought I did a good job with the video. I was happy with everything I did there. I'm happy with it. And you guys should be happy with it. Cause I thought I did a good job, right? And, but no, it's like, your brother sucks cocks in hell. And I'm like, she's not even dead yet.
Man,
I love faggots that want to unsubscribe. All right, bye. Fuck you.
Here's the thing, right? The whole unexceptional gamer thing, that brand, I guess I'll call it that tagline, I should say, was created as a way to sort of avoid gameplay criticism. When I first started my channel, it was like, wow, am I even good enough to have a YouTube channel? Am I going to get people coming out of the woodwork saying that, I stink? And so I was like, look, I'm not pretending to be the best player on YouTube. I hope you like my channel. That was it. That's the deal. I make videos, you enjoy them. That's our contract. Now, every time I upload a video, someone feels compelled to tell me about every mistake I made, as if I didn't know. I'll shoot some guy, and there's a gun at my feet. I don't pick it up. I get 6 or 7 more kills in a row, and now I'm out of ammo. And they're like, dude, at 1 minute and 4 seconds, there was a gun you would have picked up. At 6 minutes and 14 seconds, you would have been happy that you had... Well, you know what? No shit, freaking 20/20 hindsight. You think I don't know this? You think every time you point out flaws that I'm learning from it? I know! I know!
Woody, when you dissected my gameplay and put it on your channel, at one point during the game, you were talking about frags times 3 is annoying in CoD 4. It was a problem.
Secret about that.
And then, okay. I'll explain what happened. So basically, you said you were talking about frags times 3, and when you paused the kill cam, the guy didn't have frags times 3. He had special grenades. And so, like, 90% of the comments, not 90%, but a lot of the comments were like, Woody, you fail. Oh my goodness, you can't read and all this stuff. Like, but did you okay.
You want to hear my secret?
Yeah,
so, whenever I do those dissecting videos, those are actually high-effort videos for me. Like, I'll watch the gameplay 3 times, figure out what I want to say, write notes, do the commentary in pieces, make sure that it's good. And I knew that mistake... Like, I did a final review, and you actually... I think you skipped that kill cam. So it was only up for, like, 2 or 3 frames. It was not super easy to catch.
Yeah.
And as I'm doing the final review, it's already rendered and everything, I was like, oh, look, that wasn't frag times 3. Whatever. It'll help the video generate 2,000 more comments. And it did. So all of you guys who pointed that out and helped me go viral, I appreciate it.
You're a sucker.
No,
that one.
when I sent you that, I was like, oh, I should probably tell him like maybe a couple things that I was thinking or why I did this or that. And then I sent it to you. Then you had to go on vacation beforehand, so you just did it real quick. And then when you watched it, I was like, damn it, what'd he get out of my brain? That's like exactly what I was thinking. So you nailed it as far as the dissection goes.
Oh,
like
nice.
I would think that you would have talked to like when you dissected Sandy Ravage, like you would have talked to him and said, hey, why did you do this or this? But you just
speaking of Sandy, why has he not uploaded anything in like 2 or 3 weeks?
Because he gets 600,000 views a video. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, because it's uploaded for like 3 weeks by itself. I'd get 200,000 views a video if I did that.
I don't know. Maybe he's not enjoying the game. Who knows?
My
theory
or something about it.
Most of the time when people leave the
Or he
YouTube-
could have a real life outside of this that he just.
I know he does have a real life outside of this, but he
He's a
hasn't
grad
even put a
student.
live stream out. Like he hadn't done a live stream in like 3 weeks either.
So I haven't talked to Sandy lately, but I did get the vibe sometimes that the feedback he got was sometimes bugging him. Now, like, you might think, wow, Sandy, seriously? How could he get negative feedback? He's one of the strongest players on YouTube. But even then, he'd do these live streams. He'd use these totally gimped classes. He'd use like Wings, help me, what's the dolphin gun? What was that one called?
The F2000 jet ski gun.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. So he'd use like the F2000 with 10 sensitivity and perks that would make like no sense whatsoever, and he'd win free for alls going like 30-8, and people are like, dude, he sucks. What's wrong with this guy? This isn't the Sandy I came to expect. And so while I haven't talked to Sandy, I think that sometimes the negative feedback he got because he wasn't like going 30-0 in 90 seconds every game he was like, screw you guys.
It's serious. It's bullshit the way people put us to higher standards.
Like, here's the deal: we make content. You hopefully enjoy content.
I like when
That's
people
our
call me.
contract.
I like when people call me bad. I'm like, dude, I'll have off games, but I'm far from bad. Even on my worst night, where I'm going, like 15-10 because I'm in such a slump, I'm still better than half the community. In my slump.
Like I'm not as good as you, and I'm not bad.
Hey, I'm horrible. I'm horrible. Like honestly, I'm horrible at Black Ops. I'm horrible. Like no questions asked.
You can't be a bad player and have a 2.8. I'm sorry, you can't do it.
Right?
Yes.
Right. You can't be bad and have a 1.0. If you have a 1.0, you're average in my book. I don't know where the median lies, but if you look at the lobby leaders, I think you'll find most of their KDs are under 1. Not lobby leaders. Lobby.
I don't watch, like, if I see a good player, I don't, like, go to theater mode and watch his gameplay, but, like, I'm so used to watching other YouTubers put up gameplay, like, Market J put up a game the other day, 101-1. And I'm like, I've never done that. Well, in Black Ops, I've never done that, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think what we're doing is we're comparing ourselves to other phenomenal YouTubers, like, that Whiteboy kid,
He puts up big games. And sometimes I'll be like, well, he found bad players. Or, well, if I played alone, like Wings will tell you, it's hard to get more than 30 kills
Most people, well, Market J is the exception, but most people that put up Whiteboy scores, is Whiteboy even here anymore?
Yeah.
Come on, Whiteboy, talk a little bit. But, like, even Whiteboy's case, he has, 1,800 losses?
Yeah.
The dude doesn't even try to win the games half the time. He just jump out. Eventually, a good game will happen. I mean, if you play enough.
Well, it also depends if
Actually,
you
I
play
want to
free
ask
for all.
but I want to finish my thought. Like, so sometimes I see these big games and think, well, this is why he got it. But then I think, Woody, you've never gone 97-1, not once, not my whole life. I've never had 100 KD in anything. So, hats off to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
What is that instant hater mode that we get into when we see stuff like that? Like, most people, like, as a commentator, when I see a score like that, I'm just like, oh, like, you start thinking of reasons why he got that, not that he just had a really, really good game. Like, you never give the person compliments. You just automatically start hating on the reasons why. Like, oh, the reason why you got that is because the players were bad or stuff like that, Yeah. I don't know.
J game, that hurt me. I was like, oh, he beat my 95-1. I was kind of, I tried that whole night, that chopper gunner gunship try to get a bigger KD, but hats off to him. 101
White boy, I think you're living in the past with this whole 95-1.
No, I can never let go. That's
every other commentary you bring it up, though, bro.
It's amazing.
Let me go ahead and tell you, white boy. That 95-1 was all chopper gunner pimp.
It was, but still.
So what do you
just
when you
say it? 95-1.
It couldn't have been more than 2 chopper gunners, right?
Yeah,
He
it
had
was
3.
yeah.
He had 3. He had 2 he earned, and he had 1 from the Mercy airdrop.
I do. I watched that gameplay 800
Oh,
times.
he had 3, dude.
You know how many chopper gunners I had?
I think White Boy knows.
Oh, we're talking about Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
I had
Who
2
gives a
emergency
shit?
airdrops, too. I had 2 emergency airdrops.
Why are we telling you? White boy's living in the
Yeah.
past.
What are you talking about here? You're talking about a game that doesn't even... Do people still play that? Like, no. Come on, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know what, though? If
I think about going back to play it.
White Boy, I'll tell you straight up, if there's one knock I have against White Boy, he had a bunch of NoobTube games posted on his channel. That guy would rock the NoobTube on
So
terminal.
what? I had some Commando games. Who cares? It's Modern Warfare 2. Like,
I don't know, man. NoobTube's something special. Shucks you, White Boy. Shucks you, man.
I didn't one-man army it, though. But
No?
I did use a noob, too. I made a
Scavenger?
14 game. Yeah, Scavenger, Danger.
Oh.
That's the best.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to give you a compliment because you didn't go through the process of switching classes. You just walked over the dead bodies you knew to.
Yeah, that's actually faster.
Yeah, well, you know, he had his thumper to reload, so he got his scavenger.
But I will admit, I think I raised the KD standard like 3 for YouTube when Hutch was doing that. What's wrong with the community? I should have admitted that I single-handedly raised it. Which I don't like the high score games anymore. I'm not going for them. It's objective based now. I like captures.
You gotta get all that ground war.
The genius in your channel at the moment is the commentary to me. I mean, I'll see you take I don't know if you've actually done this, but like a 2nd place or 5th place or whatever in these wager matches, and then afterwards you like beg people to suck their penis in exchange for COD points.
Oh, hey, White Boy, the wager match where you're playing, I think, the gun game, or sharpshooter, I forgot which one, gun game, sharpshooter on firing range, and you ballistic knife the guy at the very end, and he tomahawks you at the same time, and you end up losing the game. Do you remember that one?
Yes, that was bullshit.
That commentary was epic, by the way. I have to, my hat's off to you.
There was one on launch where I don't even know I don't play the wager matches much, but maybe it's Sticks and Stones, and where you like have the tomahawk and you have a
Fuck Sticks and Stones. I'm sorry for swearing, but I hate that game type, man. I had a Sticks and Stones game where I literally was like 25-2 just knifing people. Like I was just meleeing people. I was doing really, really, really well. 2 seconds left, I get tomahawked. And I'm like...
that's the beauty of it. White Boy went 2-10, and he was talking crazy trash. He's like, it doesn't matter until the last 15 seconds of this game. And then he hit like 5 tomahawks in a row, and it was incredible.
You gotta hide, man. I get that lead, and I just run and hide. I don't care.
That's what you did, yeah. Way back past CDOM at the edge of the map. You're like, I'm hiding. And then you're like, I'm in the money. And you were out of the money all game, man. White Boy's stuff is going crazy right now. And to me, it's like the 95 KD is cool, but truthfully, I'm enjoying the videos where you do the live commentary and other people can hear you in the lobby. I'm stealing it, man. They're copying it. I'm doing it. See if I can be half as funny.
I can't do live commentaries, man. I try, but I'm just too focused when I play. Like my I try to do live commentaries and there's no talking. Like I'm too much in the game.
There's like a 2-minute period of silence, and you're like, God damn it, I was supposed to be talking.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like I'm too focused in the game. I don't know. Like I watch XCal and I'm like, how the fuck is this guy shitting on people and then casually talking while he's doing it? I don't get it.
Yeah, XCal.
He's a demon in Asian form.
That's right. XCal's Asian. Yeah, that's why. He's video game genes. He's genius. Is that going to come off as bad? It's supposed to be.
Dude, you know what comes off as bad? That fucking riot shield shit he used to do, and he's sitting there talking to you like it's the easiest thing to do in the world.
Yeah, he'll make you feel so stupid. He'll be like, so what you gotta do is press XXRB jump and then slash at the same time. So it's pretty much easy as piss. So,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Fuck you, man. I believe.
Oh, hey. So everyone watching this podcast, if you hear it in your car or whatever, I want you to nag XCal about this. I want to see XCal do a Road to Commander series.
Road to Commander.
Yeah,
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
If you don't, let me give a little, even before I had a YouTube channel, back when I was a subscriber, XCal did this Road to Commander. So what he would do is he would do a full prestige and upload every game. And he was really honest about it too. He didn't upload like 3 games, and they were ones where he joined with like 7 seconds left and stuff like that. Like he uploaded every game. Now, a lot of people could have a YouTube channel like I do, where they upload, whatever, the top 10% of their games. And,
yeah, we cherry pick. We cherry pick like crazy.
Oh, exactly, right? So, but when you do a Road to Commander, there's so much to be learned there. And if you see me go, like I had a game recently with a 16K, I think I had 32 and 2. Look, everything went right. I was in some high traffic areas. They were coming my way. And I don't know that there's as much to be learned from that, where like risks that you take pay off and all of a sudden you've got like dogs and a chopper gunner, as there is from watching a guy Road to Commander. And XCal, he'd be my pick for Road to Commander. So you guys nag that guy, spam his Twitter, his channel, his comments, everything. Tell him that we want to see a Road to Commander, and I promise you, when you see what he does every game, like how he actually plays, then there's a lot to be learned from it. Even if there's usually no commentary in a Road to Commander series. It'd be awesome if he raised the standard. But even if there's no commentary on a lot of them, I'd be happy with that.
I wouldn't care. His gameplay speaks for itself.
I would love it if he did live commentary.
I watched XCal's and iBliss. I watched them both.
I watched iBliss too. I tell you, I've watched so much XCal gameplay. I bet I've watched his Road to Commander series. Now, mind you, this is over 100 games, like 3 times. I saw that series, and it was Dazzle back when it was hard to watch.
My favorite one he ever did was the Block Scorpion game where he went 50 and 3.
Yep. Yeah.
That
was a 50 and 1, baby. 50 and 1.
That was a 50 and 3.
That was a 50 and 1.
No, I'm sorry, but you're not correct on that one.
But yeah, I remember he used the Scorpion on block, and the Scorpion, if people didn't play CoD 4, it had, I want to say, 20 rounds in the clip.
It was a 20-round clip.
If you tap that trigger, 10 rounds come out. It was like insanely fast fire rate, so it was really hard to deal with because you had to reload pretty much every kill. And
you couldn't cancel the reload either.
Oh, that's right. So I do this all the time. As during the reload, you sprint to speed up the reload animation. Or some people, why? I'm a sprinter. And with the Scorpion, it didn't. If you didn't wait for the entire reload animation, then it would you just have no bullets in the gun. It wouldn't work. So he would manage that Scorpion. Oh, and there's one other thing. The thing was a pea shooter from a distance. Like, up close it had a really high damage, but at a distance it took so many bullets to kill people, and he acted like, for him, in his hands, it was like a sniper rifle. He could kill anyone from any distance. It was cool. So yeah, XCal Road to Commander, you will see what he really can do. If you were to watch my videos and XCal's videos, and if you weren't educated, you might think that we're, like, about the same-ish. We're not. You will see when XCal uploads every video that he's special, and get him to a Road to Commander. Make him do it.
Blade, I understand where I messed up at. It was 50, 1 assist, and 3 deaths.
Oh my!
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm literally going. I was literally gonna go through and pull up the video.
I did. I went because I was like, I'm pretty sure it was 50 and 1. I see where I made a mistake at 51 and 3.
Yeah,
right,
I remember like. I challenged Sock to break that one time, and I think he came close. But that's a ridiculous score with that silly, stupid gun.
And that's regular TDM. That's not that fucking ground war TDM.
Yeah.
There are a couple players who are probably just as good as XCal. Like Sandy.
I think Sandy's probably better than XCal. To be honest,
Sam 5000 is another guy who's just amazingly good at the game. I don't want to miss anybody. But
I don't.
There's a couple
Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho's probably better than XCal.
Oh, and these are, by the way, we're talking about how good they are at pub stomping. There's also the competitive, like, objective type.
You forgot about Ken Burton. Like, where's Ken?
How can we forget about the Ken Man?
I didn't mean to leave you out.
Come on.
But dude, you gotta see some. Ronaldinho broke 7.5 KD this week.
Wow. Now there are probably
a bunch of. Is that a soccer player?
he's named after a soccer player, but he's from Texas. But the guy is amazing. He speaks 3 languages. He's got a degree, and he is a fucking beast on the stick.
He's on YouTube?
Like, no.
Oh.
I post all his videos. He befriended me on the PS3, and this kid just demolishes kids. I mean, he doesn't dashboard either. You think somebody with a 7.5 KD dashboard? No. He took a 49 and 25 the other night. It dropped his KD by 35 points.
Wow.
Yeah, I've stopped fussing with my KD. I know Wings hates that. Wings thinks everyone should focus on KD all game long. But we've been doing fun stuff.
It's the guide to make yourself a better player.
Well, for example, we ran into a team that wasn't very good, so we all went pistol only. Look, I could have probably pulled an 8 or 10 KD against a group of guys like that, but it was fun to play pistol only on, what's the one with the doors in the middle, above B? Above
Crack.
Radiation.
Radiation.
Yeah, radiation's the one I was looking for. Yeah,
Crack?
Now, Cracked has the mound in the middle with Bravo, not the doors.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, we played that pistol only. We might have played 2 rounds of that. And I just played the same guys earlier and had, better than 10 KD. I think I might have had a 19 KD. And then I played him with pistol only and, barely went even. But, whatever. It was fun. We were all laughing.
Man. Watching this XCal gameplay again, you realize how bad people in this game suck. It makes me feel bad when I do less than 3 KD.
I watched a video with XCal in it, right? So there's this, I think it was the one where he used an Olympia on radiation.
That's a good game.
And there was the guy who's led the lobby previously, and I don't know what his score was, but it was something good, right? Something we'd all be happy with. And then he went on the team opposite XCal, and all of a sudden the guy's negative. And XCal's like, yeah, I like to call that the XCal effect. So, and that's the deal, man. XCal makes people look bad.
It's pretty funny. That was a really good gameplay because he's like, yeah, I'm using the Olympia, so I'm gonna use the Tomahawk with it to make up for the lack of range.
Yeah, Tomahawk secondary.
It's not joking. He really is.
Yeah, and it worked for him. He's like, because the Tomahawk's good at doing what the Olympia isn't, which is killing people instantly from a distance. Well, okay, that makes perfect sense. Put a Tomahawk in my hand. You know what the Tomahawk's really good at? Hitting things next to players.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tomahawk's really good for that.
All right, can we do some ungaming topics now?
Yeah, bring it.
All right. Here's one that goes straight from my heart. There's a news story out of basically, here's the deal. This 56-year-old man was dating a 17-year-old girl.
Now you're talking. Tell me more.
Her father did not approve of this. And the father, he sat the man down and he goes, look here, I see you next to my little girl again. I'm going to castrate you. Well, the guy didn't heed his warning. And he found he went out with the girl again. Well, the father actually castrated him. He literally cut his sack off and took it with him so he couldn't get it reattached.
All right, hang on a minute. First of all, this is one of the scary stories I've ever heard. Second, you're going to have a hard time getting that from me, okay? So explain to me how he did that.
Oh, basically him and 2 other guys beat the shit out of him and cut his sack off.
Okay, so I can understand the story better, could you send me pictures of the girl?
I can give you pictures of the news link.
It's not that hard to knock a guy out and cut his sack off. If you were unarmed, I think.
Really, Woody? Are you speaking from experience?
Just gotta choke the bitch out, huh, Woody?
That's what I was thinking. You choke a guy out, and you can do anything you want with him at that point. I don't know if you guys have ever been choked out before. Not only are you down for, whatever it is, 15, 20 seconds, there's like a special kind of stupid that lasts for 15, 20 minutes. You own that guy. You choke a guy out, he can hardly walk straight. I got choked out one night, and I sat down for an hour or so, and on the drive home, I don't think I was a whole lot safer than a drunk driver.
All right, Woody, you know how your kids can wake you up even from a really heavy sleep and tug at you or whatever? If somebody's trying to cut my dick off, my dick will be like, dude, wake up!
No, he didn't cut his dick off, he cut his sack off.
Yeah, he cut the sack off. It just seems like that would cut with, it seems like that would cut off fairly easily, right?
I don't want to think about that. What are you talking? Woody's like, imagine this. Like, yeah, come
I
on.
mean, the question is, would you ever go that far?
No.
I'd talk it out.
I'm looking more Woody at like this. More Woody's got a young daughter. What if a 56-year-old man showed up and be like, cream pie?
Whoa, why would?
Oh my.
Cream
Cream pie. That means something special.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Let me think this through. No,
Blake's like, yeah, man, not cool.
Yeah, that's a little much.
I don't think I'd have to go to castrating him. Like that doesn't seem like the step I'd have to take.
Yeah, that's a little drastic. I mean, maybe
just to
beat
get
him up.
down.
The way I heard this story was that he went to the police and the police didn't do anything. He took it into his own hands. Is that correct or no? Yeah, literally. Like that's the story I heard on. You're gonna make so much fun of me for this. I heard this on Chelsea lately.
So, I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, I'm too manly to know what Chelsea lately is. Is this on?
Force of course.
Is this on the Oxygen Network?
This is on E.
E. I was close. No, I don't have TV, so
I watch that show.
I don't have TV either.
I watched Chelsea lately. I'll admit it. I actually like the show.
Kenzie Baby said Chelsea lately is awesome, but Kenzie is a girl. Just so you know.
Kenzie?
Uh-huh.
Who's Kenzie?
She's a celebrity on the Huppet forums.
Oh.
Yep.
She's basically the token girl of all the geeks.
Yes, she's well known for being a gamer and being hot at the same time.
Well, Kenzie, I don't know you, but if you want, we could watch Chelsea lately together. It's cool. If you want. No, there are shows that people watch that they don't necessarily want to admit that they watch, but I don't care. Like here's
a topic. But I want to talk about the downsides of celebrity. Now, we don't have celebrity like a Tom Cruise, Like I can walk the streets and be anonymous. I go shopping, no one looks at me. I get a break from it, and I understand that break is huge. On the other hand, we get a taste of it. I was in a lobby 2 days ago, and 9 out of the 12 people knew me. That's a lot. Yeah. You don't get to have anonymous games anymore. People recognize you. You have to be like the super version of you. I don't tell people what TV shows I'm watching anymore because they give it, like, I tend to watch old shows. Like, say Battlestar Galactica is a good example. I mentioned I'm watching Battlestar Galactica, which I finished already. And all of a sudden, all of a sudden, everyone wants to tell me the ending. Like, they'll ruin it for me the best they can.
Here's what you do. When you finish watching it, then you let them know that you're watching it, just to weed out those assholes. They're like, yeah, dude, I just started watching Battlestar Galactica. You be done with it. Man, I'm really excited for the season finale this year, and then you'll see the message, like, all right, gotcha, block.
Yeah, so, like, have you guys ever been, are there times that you wish you were anonymous? Whiteboy.
Hell yeah.
Every time I play the video game.
Yeah.
There's just too many messages. Way too many messages. And it's hard to keep
Okay.
But it's fun, though.
Whiteboy, you play on PS3, you get a lot of messages. Isn't it annoying that when you sign on to PS3, that you need to wait for all the messages to load before you start playing?
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes.
Oh, it's annoying. Well, I've learned to fire up the PS3 and then go make coffee or go take a shit or something. You know what I mean? Like, I go do something else while I wait for it to load up because you can't take game invites. You can't jump into, to anything until the messages load up completely on PS3. So
I heard it lags when you have your friend list full because I only got like 25 friends on my PS3 friends list, and then first I got to go down through all the friend requests to get to my real friends, and then second it lags a little bit because there's so many friend requests.
How many friend requests can you have on the PS3?
100.
Unlimited, I think. I don't know. Oh,
100.
You can only have 100 friends, but messages. I can scroll down my messages for a whole day long.
Wings, you had a question, sir?
Yeah, have you ever tried deleting all your messages at once?
It took me five and a half hours.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours to delete all the messages. I remember one weekend, I got over 2,000 messages, and I was like, okay, I'm delete all. And the shit was like 5 hours. Like,
I had a dual purpose video one time. Okay, so I put up this video. It was a 26-1 knifing only with no kill streaks in COD 4. I was like super proud of it, right? I get killed by this guy who was a fan of mine, and so he sends me a message during the game saying, "I'm sorry for killing you," and it shows up on the screen. So I didn't even notice it. I put it on machinima, and all these people are like, "Oh, this is fake and gay, fake and gay, fake and gay." So what I did is I put up a video on my channel where, since I don't delete the messages, I scrolled through like thousands of messages to show the messages saying that this guy, asked me, "Am I the real Only Me Blade?" This and that. And I did that to prove that it wasn't a fake video, but also at the same time I wanted to show people, like, stop sending me messages on PS3.
Yeah, I made a video like that too, and people got mad at me, like, "Please stop this." I basically held down on the controller for like solid 10 minutes, just scrolling down the messages.
I remember
and then
that.
At the end of it's like 2 days old at the bottom message. It's like,
yeah, I mean, the thing is that it's very tough for us to reply to messages via the PS3 or the Xbox. Your best bet if you want us to reply to something is probably through the YouTube message system. That's the best. If you really want us to respond to you, that's the best way to go about it. Like, I don't respond to PS3 messages.
I guarantee I won't respond to PS3.
I think it's better on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's the way to go.
Well,
Twitter's the way to go for me, too.
Twitter is your best option, yes, because I find like I can answer questions on Twitter super easily.
Yeah, you gotta type it on your keyboard. On the PlayStation Network, you gotta go to the A button and all the way to the L and then up with the joystick. Takes like 5 minutes.
I don't really play on PlayStation 3 hardly ever, but last time I was on there, like I was using it as a Blu-ray player, and I was like, let me see how many messages I got. And it's like, deet, 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 and just goes and goes and goes. It scrolls through them. I don't even know. Like, I scrolled for 45 seconds. I was like, fuck it.
Wait, have you ever been recognized in real life?
Yes.
Tell me.
I was working, and I ID'd this kid, and he was like, "Oh my God, are you him?" And I'm like, "Who's him?" I go, "Who's him? What are you talking about, dude?" Like, I wasn't in. I know it's gonna sound like I have multiple personalities, but I wasn't in Only Me Blade mode. I was in like doorman working dude mode,
Like, fuck, I don't want to be here. It's cold.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm like, what's going on, man? He's just like, he's like, "Are you Only Me Blade?" I was like, "Yeah, bro. What's going on?" He was like, "Dude, I love your videos." He's this super tall Russian kid. Like, he's like 6'5", goofy as shit Russian kid. And
Was he 21?
He was 22.
All right.
Actually, there was another person at the bar, and then when I went to PAX, I got recognized by a bunch of people. But
I want the one with your teacher.
oh, good lord, that was a long time ago. Jesus, that was like Modern Warfare 2.
I hang on your every word, baby. Tell the story.
All right, so I was at QFC, which is a quality food center up here in Washington. It's a grocery store. And I had this person leaned in and just in the creepiest voice, like I wasn't, I didn't see him, but he leaned over my shoulder and said, "Sit down." And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over and it's my old PE teacher. And he's like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And I was like, I was just dumbfounded. And he's just like, "Yeah, a bunch of my students, were talking about you in my class, and then I heard, like, someone played it on their iPhone and heard it." And he's like, "I know that voice," and put two and two together. So that's why I came up to you and talked to you about that. So
That's awesome.
Sit down.
Sit down. Like, really creepy, uncomfortable feeling. Then I realized who it was, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Someone left me this compliment in the stream. Get this compliment. "Woody, you're the only middle-aged guy that I enjoy watching." Ken Burton and Junkyard. They're not big fans. Middle-aged. Appreciate that. That's sweet.
Oh,
But
so
I guess I'm
I bet you could
37,
take,
right? That's
I bet you could
halfway to
take Ken Burton.
74. That's middle.
I bet you could take Ken Burton and Junkyard 2-on-1.
I might. But they're not usually about the gameplay. I heard Junkyard's playing better, but I haven't seen. I don't know.
Junkyard is playing better.
I quit following Junkyard when he helped me lose that one game on Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, man. I love the story. I love it. I love that story. That's one of my favorite Wings episodes ever. Is Junkyard. Tell it again. I love the dialogue. That's the best part, especially when you do Junkyard's voice.
What? Man, you put me a story on the thing. Basically, we were playing, I think it was Capture the Flag on Modern Warfare 2. It was on Overgrown. And Junkyard decided to go and beastly, like 1 in 27.
Oh, my.
And I'm like, Junkyard, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'm trying to capture the flag. No, the fuck you're not. You know what you're doing? You're giving them UAVs. That's what you're fucking doing. You know, it's like...
Beast mode engaged. No, I watched it. I watched a Junkyard Quickie recently just to see, like, you know, how it was going, like what's new in the Junkyard world. And I swear for like... I don't want to tear the guy apart too much, right? But he's just doing his thing. But the first, I don't know, 20 seconds we're saying hello, explaining why the gameplay wasn't very good. Meanwhile,
random question time.
He's running in the wrong direction, like into walls, into places where there are no doors, where he's hoping that there are doors and stuff like that. And then, so he spends a while explaining why the gameplay is not very good. Then he shifts over to what the random question should be, promotes his own channel for a while, and then tells him to go to his own channel and to subscribe to him. And that was like the nature of the Junkyard Quickie. And
I gotta say, like,
that might be too harsh. I wish I could take this back now. Why am I talking about poor Junkyard?
No, you've already said it. Here, I'll say something worse, and yours won't matter. It's like an intro.
Oh,
it's like
good
an
lord.
intro. Junkyard's videos are an intro and then an outro, and the video's over. There's nothing in between.
You missed the advertising.
Oh yeah, intro, then an advertisement for his channel, and then an outro. My bad, Woody. You're right. So now you're still at like the bigger.
Yeah, now I'm still
Come
the
to
bigger
my
jerk.
channel. Well, you won't see gameplay either.
It's like, hi, my name's Kyle. This is what I want you to do for me today. Goodbye, I was Kyle.
I was Kyle.
So Junkyard, I want the very best for you, but you know, give some gameplay advice. Talk about more.
No, don't give gameplay advice.
Maybe. But, hey, give some life
make a
advice,
mistake.
right? You're an old guy like me. Ever crash a car? Ever you know, lose a fight? Win a fight?
Ever get really mad at somebody, turn red face, and strangle them?
Ever sucked in for 5 points?
I want Junkyard to teach people how to do bad. That's what I would like. Because I'm tired of all these tryhards learning how to do better by these videos. I want to run it, because like, dude, okay.
That would be awesome.
How
like
to
if
lose
Junkyard did a
gracefully.
whole video on how to play bad, that
how
thing
to
would
have
go
fun.
viral. If he was
Yeah.
like, here, this is what you need to do. Step 1, sprint around corners. It's critical that you sprint around corners and not be ready to engage in any gunfight when somebody might be there. Step 2, Scorpion, great gun. You should rock that all the time. Step
And
3.
don't put the extended mags on it, noobs.
Now, when you get the pro perks, it's a good idea not to buy the pro perks, because it just shows that you're showing off. That's
When the
bad.
helicopter's up, you run faster in between buildings. So make sure you go outside when the helicopter's up.
When you're rocking your underpowered submachine gun class, Scout Pro is where you want to be. Just give like horrible. It'll be funny, man. But it can't just be so transparent. Like, watch my video, come watch some other video where the content will be just like this one, trying to get you to watch my third video. That's not the recipe for YouTube success. Go ahead, show your personality. You've got one.
Yeah.
You know what the worst thing about Junkyard's video is? The fact that everybody in his team makes the video and he just uploads it. Like, he doesn't win these quickies. His fans win the quickies.
Yeah, sometimes he's not even by the objective.
Could we get away from talking bad about another commentator?
Yes,
Things, I got the topic.
we can do that. Although I hope he takes my
I
advice to heart.
got more
and shows
topics
his
too here, too.
personality.
Wings, did you see that V for Vendetta? The guy shooting up the...
Yes! Oh, God, I meant to bring this up.
Wings, what would you do differently? Because I know you
I've
guys...
seen no V for Vendetta.
You didn't see it?
I've seen the movie.
Can I like lay this one out for you, and then... Because I watched like the full video, like the 7-minute video.
Me too.
Oh my God! All right, so quickly, basically, this guy's wife had been laid off by the school board in Panama, Florida. I want to say. He walks into this school board meeting, and this is videoed in HD, audio's perfect, and everything. And he goes, "I got a motion I'd like to bring before the board." Pulls out a can of red spray paint. Spray paints a red circle with a V in the middle on the wall, just like V for Vendetta. Then he pulls out a pistol and orders all the women and children out, and just the school board members to stay. and for about, I'm gonna say at least 4 or 5 minutes, he sits there and he talks to him about like how he's gonna die today, and how like they fired his wife now, and now he's broke and he can't do this and that. And the school board leader of the school board is like, you know, well, I signed the papers if she got fired. Let the rest of these poor people go. Blah 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 blah. And he came off looking like really heroic for saying that. But anyway, and one of the women that he had ordered out like comes back in and tries to knock the gun out of his hand at one point, but he just shoves her down and continues on. So at the end of this little tirade of his, he takes the gun and points it at the main guy of the school board and shoots. And then he shoots like 3 or 4 more times before a security guard shoots him in the ass, and then he puts the gun to his own head and kills himself. He didn't hit anybody. And I'm talking about he was 8 feet away from a max.
I was reading the comments, and there was like 50...
Did he buy the gun on the way in?
Yeah.
There's 50 thumbs up on a comment saying he should have used steady aim instead of Ninja Pro.
Wow.
That's awesome.
You know, it's really a fucked up story though, because the guy, like, you could tell, like, he was desperate. He wanted to die, and I'm not sure if he was actually trying to hit him or not. I think he just wanted to start like shooting and make sure that he got shot. It was funny because he saw the security guard walk into the room, and the guy's like, "I'm the school security officer. Is that a real gun you got there, buddy?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a real gun. You probably don't even have a real gun." He goes, "You probably don't even have a real gun," and turns his back on him, and that's the guy that shot him. Like it's like so surreal watching him like talk to these people.
Why does the resource officer have a gun?
Well, he was a former detective.
I'm just saying, you still should be able to carry a gun on school premises.
So Wings, maybe you can give like a
some advice
here on the podcast for the next guy who wants to go postal on a school board. How would you have improved on that strategy aside from better aim?
Well, as soon as the guy tried to basically be a hero, I'm like, I signed the paper, shoot him in the fucking leg. You know, here's the reason why you shoot him in the fucking leg. One, it takes that hero shit right out of his mix because he knows you're serious and you haven't killed him yet. Make sure you don't hit the femur. You want to shoot him in like the kneecap, so where you dislocate his kneecap so he has to fall to the floor. So he's going to be in pain and he's going to be listening to you very clearly for the rest of the time you're talking.
He was in a chair.
It doesn't matter. You get shot in the fucking knee, it's going to break that kneecap, and you're going to go hit to the floor.
They hit the floor anyway when he started shooting. The main problem here was, first of all, I'm not entirely sure he was trying to hit him, but he was holding the gun one-handed, and I don't know. I feel
all right, let me go get this advice.
Wait, you're making breathing noises.
Oh, I just made a drink. I'm sorry. So.
You doing peeling an orange over there?
No, I just poured myself a drink, and I was just drinking a drink. So.
What are we drinking tonight?
This is gonna be super lame, but chocolate milk.
All right.
Oh, when you said you made yourself a drink, I was not expecting chocolate milk.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't hear a blender.
I mean, crazy night.
The idea of the gun is cool. What I would have done in that situation is, I shot him as soon as he tried to be a hero. And second off, I would have brung a black sack with me. And I would have had boxes in the sack, and I'd had all of them sitting in front of them, and tie their hands to the box, not tell them what it is. This increased the fear level. Make a better video too.
What he did, like a big W on the wall instead of the V.
Oh yeah,
the Vendetta's about revolutionary, dude. I mean,
but Wings of Redemption's about something with old gods, Right?
Wings of Redemption is about, Tutankhamun, the boy prince.
Right,
but,
okay. It's a little deep for me. WoodysGamertag is about my nickname. There you have it.
I'm just saying, maybe he should have took a couple classes before he went. I don't know. I mean, why would you go shoot up a school board anyway, especially if it's not even your job lost?
So here, let me help with this. Here's what I think he needed to do. First of all, the pistol thing, there's not that many rounds in it. He would have been much better with the semi-auto, like an assault rifle, an AK-47 or an M16, or AR-15, I should say. With a rifle, he'd be much more likely to hit the guy. And he also would have had more rounds for those misses. And
are we really giving gun tips to this guy? Really? Is that what we need to gather from this?
If he'd went in there with a shotgun, let me just say this. There wouldn't be a school board today. Okay, nobody else would be losing their job because of that corrupt school board. and it's disgusting practices. If he just went in there with, say, a Mossberg, maybe a Remington 870, you want to solve
Walmart on your way.
Yeah, you stop by Walmart, get yourself some of those anti-personnel rounds. They call them self-defense rounds. They're 1-ounce slugs with 3 double-up buckshot, and trust me, close range, long range, it doesn't matter. They're not escaping.
You got your intestinal tract on the back wall there. That security officer, he might be a little bit of a problem. He's probably got a vest on, so you're going to shoot him in the lower body first, then hit him in the head.
Now, are we playing hardcore or are we playing just regular?
A regular Kevlar vest will stop, buckshot. So you got to shoot him in the lower body to put his leg out, and then you got to shoot him right in the head. It's gonna tear his head right off, though. He's gonna have a close line
between games and reality. Awesome.
So, Blade, I heard you question my spelling abilities.
Oh shit!
Oh boy! Now it's on.
Can we go to the tape?
What'd be one spelling bee right now?
1v1 spelling. Okay, I have an excuse why my spelling sometimes is not up to par. And if we go back to the tape, I wasn't making fun of you. I said that I had the worst spelling because someone else in the podcast said, who has the worst spelling on YouTube? And I said it was me. Because sometimes my tweets, like a lot of times when I tweet something, people will be like, Blade, are you drunk? And I'm like, no, I just tweet from my phone and I just go really quickly. But they brought yours up, and I remembered that you don't have the greatest of spelling.
Blade,
I got one more.
Cool story, bro. Whiteboy, your word is plethora.
I don't think I can spell that shit.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The definition is in excess of. Plethora. It's to have a lot of something.
You have a plethora of facial hair.
Yes, he does.
P-L-E. T-H-E-R-F-R-A.
All right. So now we've confirmed, Blade, that Whiteboy's not cheating. And I expect the same from you. So that's going to be a miss. P-L-E-T-H-O-R-A. Blade, ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. That's funny that you asked that word. R-I-D-I-C-L-O-U-S?
No.
Oh! What is it?
U-L-O-U-S. Is that what you said?
He missed the C and the I in the middle, too.
Yeah, all right. Good. This thing keeps going. Let me think of another word.
Announcement.
That doesn't seem hard enough.
Awful. Spell awful.
Which one of us?
It's Whiteboy's turn, isn't it?
Use it in a sentence, please.
You are awful at spelling.
Okay, awful. A-W-F-U-L. Awful.
All right.
Correct.
Blade, you so happy,
It better be the same level as awful.
Yeah, I know.
Don't give me like chrysanthemums or some shit like that.
I'm gonna have to change it. Your word was phlegm, and that just seems too easy.
Like smokers get phlegm in their throat kind of thing?
Yeah. Do you want that word, or would you rather roll the dice and get a different word?
Roll the dice, because I think I know how to spell it. I think it's P-H-L-E-A-M.
No, it's hard. It's P-H-L-E-G-M.
But
I'm going to give you the roll the dice, because it wasn't fair with awful. Your new word is rhyme.
Like a rapper rhymes words?
Exactly, rhyme.
R-H-Y-M-E.
You got it right. All right, so this thing still goes on, right? Because Whiteboy got awful?
Sudden death.
Whiteboy. Auschwitz.
What?
That one's easy.
No, not that one. Roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
You can use a lifeline. Call Jaws.
Oh, wait. Hey, I have a word for Whiteboy. This one might be a little easy. Champion.
Okay, I got this on my YouTube channel. I should.
No, you can't cheat. We established that you weren't a cheater.
But on my YouTube channel, it's probably wrong, so...
Look at the tag. Look at the tag.
Come on, man.
Look at the tag on your shirt.
Whiteboy. Is that correct?
W-H-I...
Okay, champion. C-H-A-M-P-I-O-N. Champion.
That's right. So it's hard to multitask.
We should make Blade spell diamond.
That's easy.
All right. Blade?
Oh no, international.
No, wait, Blade, your word is balloon.
Balloon?
Mm-hmm.
Ballon?
Blade, you just lost.
Oh, it's two L's and two O's or
Both
what
two
is
L's
it?
and two O's.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Nope. You had one
You
O.
spelled Fallon.
Ballon.
Ballon. Sounds like something from Lord of the Rings.
All right, I think that Whiteboy just pulled off the upset and actually won the spelling bee against Only Use Me Blade.
That's so bad.
I got another topic though.
All right.
What do you other guys think about Mayor Bloomberg banning soda from welfare recipients?
I like it.
I get food stamps. That sucks.
You're on food stamps, Whiteboy?
Yep.
It's in New York, dude. In New York, not Milwaukee.
If they say that you can't buy tobacco with food stamps, I don't see why they can't say that you can't buy soda. So I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a drug.
So it is a drug?
Like, okay, people drink sodas to get the caffeine. People smoke cigarettes to get the nicotine. So and they're both harmful drugs. So if for years they've said, hey, you can't with food stamps or EBT cards, you can't buy cigarettes or booze. I don't have any problem with caffeine or caffeinated drinks being in that same mixture as that. So I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
well,
I actually agree, but not for the same reasons. It's not because I consider soda to be a drug.
I'm looking at it like this.
It's the way drugs are delivered.
Smoking and drinking, those are like pleasurable activities. I understand drinking soda is a pleasurable activity as well, but those party enhancing activities. Whereas soda, I see soda more as like, something you drink. Like you drink Coca-Cola, you drink grapefruit juice, whatever. It falls in that category. And when they put the ban on the soda from like food stamp recipients, I think that's kind of like a power hungry kind of thing. More like they're doing it because they're power hungry, but not because they don't want people to buy, use their food stamps.
Maybe it's because they don't want to be paying so that somebody can drink Coca-Cola when they could drink water just the same.
What's the difference? You're just going to buy something else that they're going to. They'll take the $2 they don't spend on the Coke and put it on like a can of peas or a couple cans.
I think that's the intended behavior.
Peas.
Yeah, I think the idea is kind of to help them with some money management and help them. If you're on welfare, then probably it's time to buckle up and spend responsibly. And I don't know that it's. I'm a little torn, right, between the government power and I'm sure Kyle says small government all the time. Then he's happy with them controlling which sodas you buy. But
no. They're not controlling which sodas you buy if you get a job. They're controlling which sodas. They're controlling which sodas they buy for you.
Okay, that's a nice turn of events there. It's still bigger government than one that doesn't have restrictions. It is.
I want it completely gone. Well, if we cut welfare completely out of the loop, then it won't be an issue. That'll be an extra small government.
How about unemployment? Do you want to cut that too?
Absolutely, no need. And why should we be paying for paying somebody's salary? There are people that are about to be on welfare for unemployment for 3 years. Like, at what point are we just going to say, well, I don't think you're employable?
I've been unemployed for 21 now.
He's 21 years?
Wow.
You never had a job, white boy?
Nope.
What the hell?
Ever? You've never ever had anyone, you've never had hours at a job before?
Never had a 9 to 5.
Well, that 9 to 5 kind of implies,
I bet your resume
working in a
sucks,
cube
white boy.
farm or something.
Well,
But,
there is.
Have you ever worked at a restaurant? Have you ever worked at, anything?
Never. My resume includes 18 gold medal championships and a 2.8
A spelling bee victory over Blade, huh?
Yeah, that's about
Here's what I want to see. I'm thinking about doing this, going to a job interview, and making a video of it, of course, because if I just did it without a video camera, then it's the most pathetic thing of all time. But you've got to, in your interview, you've got to show them your COD stats.
That would be great. Be like, I'm setting my camera tripod up, hold up. I'll be right with you on the interview.
I'll be with you in a moment.
If you take a look at my file share, you could see this 32-1 game I had the other night. This will clearly show.
You know, like an iPad out with the little thing.
Man, I tried so hard. So before Black Ops came out, I was trying to get the video early, like the game early, like 2 weeks early, and I was going to go to Best Buy and apply for a job, and get one or not. I'd come back in like khakis and a blue shirt and try to make my way to the back room and make a video out of it for YouTube. And the only reason I didn't do it was that I was working too much at the time. It sucked. Because that would have been awesome.
I used to work for Best Buy back in the day. I actually had it's one of my funner jobs. Do you want to hear a cool little Best Buy story? I got a bunch of them.
Cool stories are what we're all about, man.
All right, so I was working at Best Buy, and it was during the holiday season, so they had different hours that they would have me come in. Like, they used to have me come in at like 5 in the morning to merchandise. And so I was partying, and I was smoking a lot of weed. Like, I was really stoned. And it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, my phone rings, and my manager calls, and I don't know what possessed me, but I picked up the phone. And I'm like, hello? And they're like, hey, Brian, I was wondering if you could come in and work. This other person's sick. And for some reason, I was so stoned and so stupid. I was like, sure, I'm your man. And then I hung up, and then I instantly realized, well, like, that was not smart. Like, no, this is not a good time for me to go into work right now. But I was like, okay, so like, a little bit of background. I can't put anything in my eyes. Like, my eyes are like a baby that doesn't want food. Like, I could never put eye drops in. So my eyes were so red that when I went into work, they thought I had pink eye and sent me to the hospital. And so while I was in the hospital, like,
You went?
no, I had to go. They were like, go to the hospital, dude. Like, you shouldn't even be out in public. You have pink eye, and it's covered under the insurance. And so I was like, okay.
And if you hadn't been stoned, you'd have probably been like, no, I'll just go home and shake it off.
Yeah,
but you're stoned, so you're like, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And so, like, I made my way to the hospital, and then, like, as I'm in the hospital, I'm so, like, paranoid, and my eyes are so red that I'm like, there's no way I can actually talk to the doctor. So, like, after being there for, like, 20 minutes, I just left and went home. And so, they called me, like, next day. They're like, so how's your pink eye? Cause they swore up and down that I had pink eye. It wasn't. My eyes were so blood red shot bad that they thought I had pink eye. And so, did have to work for a couple days, and everything kind of turned out perfect. So, but that was my, yeah.
You know, that's something I never did. They called me in when I wasn't there. Fuck no. They wouldn't call me.
All right, but here's the thing though. With jobs, I'm not saying suck up to the job, but like, if you can give them a reason why you're a great employee, that's a lot better than giving them a reason why you're a shitty employee. So if you step up to bat on certain occasions, it looks a lot better later on down the road when they're like, okay, there's 5 people in this department. We need to make it 4. Who do we get rid of? And so it's better to have a couple little things under your belt to say, okay, yeah, I'm one of the good.
You're looking at it this way. I'm looking at it this way. I was one of the guys that got rid of in the department of 5. And I moved on to a job where I play video games for a living.
No, I dig it. I understand it, but like, here's the thing. I never thought in a million years that playing video games would be a source of income. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I played video games to keep me out of the bars. Like, that's what I did. And then it turned into a source of income. So I'm riding that wave, you know?
I mean, I'm just saying, I wouldn't always look at it like a downside like that. I mean, yeah. I go in, I do my 8 and skate. That's why I've always looked at it. It's not my responsibility to cover somebody else's shift. That's why you hire other employees.
Yeah.
I mean, when I needed somebody to help me, guess what? Nobody else came in either. So guess what? You're on your own.
No, I can dig it.
Blade, I got a question. I don't know if you currently indulge with the marijuana, but does it enhance your gaming skills at all?
I don't smoke weed.
No.
I look at it, back on this topic, why don't the fucking manager do it? That's his job to manage his store. If the employee he hired couldn't make it, get your ass up and you go there. You get the bonus check, I don't. I don't give a fuck about your little, $10, $2 extra an hour overtime bullshit they probably have Best Buy.
Did you get like a big discount at Best Buy?
Yeah, that's half the people
like stock plus 5 or something.
Yes, it's stock plus 5. Half the people that work at Best Buy do it just for the discount. Like a lot of people are like, man, as soon as I get this washer and dryer, I'm so out of here. Like they actually.
God.
I'm just saying, like they expect you to work for nothing. Point example, I got a cool story, bro. I used to work at Dominos back when I was going to school, and I was one of the closing drivers because I was always one of the ones that always closed the store. And basically, I took too long getting out of the store one night. And basically, you're supposed to be you close at 11. You're supposed to be out by at least 12:15. Well, it took me about 12:45 to close it because they had just recently dropped it to one driver. Generally, I had 2 people, breaking the make line down, washing the dishes, mopping the floors, cleaning the food prep centers, the whole 9. And they dropped it to one person and expected one person to do all this in the same amount of time and still have, the 5-star health ratings and all this great stuff. So it took me longer because I hadn't adjusted to it yet. Well, I get called in the next day by, we have what you call store supervisors because Domino's is a franchise. Well, every store has its own manager, but the managers have a boss called a supervisor, like an area supervisor. Well, he comes by and he's like, Jordy, why did it take you an extra hour to get out last night? I'm like, I'm by myself, dude. And he's like, we can't be having this, I'm like, you're going to sit there and hassle my ass over $5 fucking? That's what I exactly said to him. I'm like, look here, take your $5 and shove it up your ass. So I ended up getting suspended for like a week. But if I look back, I would never fucking change it. Because, look here, you're hassling me over $5. He tried to justify it to me, too. Here's how he tried to fucking justify it to me. It's like, well, you might see it as a $5 problem, but if you take that extra hour every night for 365 days, it's all suddenly a $1,500 problem.
I'd be like, you have me work on Christmas?
We made $5,000 yesterday.
Whoa. We don't work holidays.
Yeah.
All this job talks doesn't really encourage me to get a job anytime soon.
No, jobs are some of the worst shit you'll ever do. They want to work with least, especially now. They want less people to do more work for less pay. Why do you think Mexicans are coming so prevalent lately? Because they come in from a country that don't want to pay them to a country that's willing to pay them, but not much.
Is that why there are more Mexicans? I don't understand that.
Well, yeah. Actually, you don't get paid when you work in Mexico. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
I mean, there's jobs that pay in Mexico, but like most of like unskilled laborers, like people that paint and like build houses and stuff, they had to like work in the fields for like $2 a week.
Yeah, man. Like seriously, like don't work.
Hour.
Like those guys are happy to work for anything. Like I had these guys doing some work for me a while back. I was paying them $7 an hour, but I asked him. I was like, what were you doing before? And he's like, we were moving rocks. And I was like, what do you mean moving rocks? He was at some place, apparently, literally, like, going caveman style, picking up these big rocks and moving them from, like, one end of a field to another for $2 an hour all day. I was like, that doesn't sound like fun. He's like, no fun at all.
I have about
you can get those guys for pretty cheap.
There's about 5 to 8 Mexicans upstairs for me.
But at the end of the day, you know what ended up happening? They ended up allotting us an extra hour.
Wow.
I guess I wanted because it takes an extra hour because I ran into the problem with me, but every other driver was taking the same time because you take one man away, you have to add time to the whole concept.
Oh, hey, like I don't want to get away from our like attack on capitalism, but what do you guys think about the patch?
Oh, good
I like everything they implemented on it. But I hate all the lag they implemented with it.
I don't know that they can implement lag.
Well, like when the game first came out, napalm strikes didn't used to drop frame rate.
I might have to upload what I just did with the long ass lunge knife. It's funny we're talking about this because I just stabbed a guy through a building.
No, I'm talking about like.
Are you playing right now, Kyle?
Yes.
So they said they were going to reduce the knife lunge, and I haven't noticed it. Like what do they reduce it by? A pixel at a time?
Yeah, exactly.
I've noticed a slight reduction, but not any. Okay, it's slight reduction for me, and that's all I do is knife. So I don't think it's really noticeable for people that use knife as like 1/5 of their arsenal. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here actually for this. So they did something, but it's hardly noticeable.
Why'd you send me this?
I sent it to everyone. It's a potential crank call.
Oh.
So he's talking. I posted a link in the Skype.
Let's not crank call this one. No, like this one looks. This one looks like.
We're vicious up in this bitch.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
They got a puppy on the thing. We're about to call them.
No, but from my viewpoint on it, like, I mean, the snipers are easier to use, but I think they're deceptively easy to use. If that makes any sense, like they're easier to use, but you're still not going to be fucking me up with the sniper. I'm still just going to destroy you with my moss or my.
I think that the sniper thing is perfect because it was just tweaked enough to give all like these little Grizz wannabes the hopes and dreams that they're going to do the same shit they did in Modern Warfare 2. But you're not going to, but they still do that, and it makes for easier games for me. So
I like that.
I just have tried to snipe.
Every once in a while, I get sniped, and I look at it, and I'm like, that's BS. But then there's 15 other instances where I could easily knife a dude where a week ago he would have been using the 74U and would have just dropped me easily.
Yeah,
so
I just played a game with a PSG-1. I started out 3-7, and then I just pulled out my 74U and finished up like, I don't know, 18-10 or something.
What about them taking out double Y? Because I've been used to that.
Now that's dumb. Like, come on. Like, what?
That's another thing to hold a good player down. That's all that is.
Exactly. Like, you know, like, you can still sprint to cancel it, which is what I've always done. But, I mean, poor Muzzafuzz. No more YY ladder shot.
I've been used to double Y since Call of Duty 4, and it's...
Oh, you can still YY.
Okay. I'm going to sound like a complete noob. What does double Y do?
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't know that. So it cancels the animation, right? So sometimes what they do is they YY as they jump off a ladder. It does this little twitch, and then they snipe, and it's like adding a degree of difficulty. Another thing YY can do is, like, as you're switching guns, then you can switch back real quick. I guess I said that twice. If you're reloading and you want to not reload anymore, you can hit double Y, and it'll stop the reloading so you can shoot again, as opposed to waiting.
Can't you just do that little run motion to stop the reload?
That's how I do it. But a lot of guys, you get trained for it, right? You usually only have like a...
When you do the run motion, you got to pull the gun back up. When you do the YY, you don't have to pull the gun back up. It's there.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Like I've heard YY for, basically since I've been making videos, but
yeah, if
I never quite understood what it did.
Super fast, you can cut off the current animation, and that's helpful, and usually in reloading situations. Or maybe you want to pick up a gun and you can cancel that. When you first pick it up, it like picks it up and then it works the action. You might not know this because you're a knife guy.
I do it a lot of times because I'll like shoot somebody and I'll think they're dead, so I'll start to reload, but then they're in last stand, so I like YY and then put that last shell into them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the reason they took off the YY is a lot of the modded controllers use that. They'd send 2 super fast YYs, like faster than a human could send it. And it would make every reload the shortest it could be, or sometimes it was a way to get around like a rapid fire limit.
Have you guys run into many modded controllers? Because I really haven't ran into that many.
I haven't ran into any on this game.
I've been running I don't know what they do with it. Like, for example, if you put a full auto on like the FAL or the M14, I think you just have a really recoily weapon. Like I don't know that
I can pull the trigger really fast. I can pull it fast enough on the AUG to make it lock down. So it basically like I'll be pulling the trigger so fast, but the gun just stops shooting. It doesn't do that silly rate of fire cap that it did in World at War, because that was incredibly gay and it just really punished people that could pull the trigger fast. But it'll just basically the weapon will stop working until you let off the trigger.
That's what I'm talking about. Like if you would have put full auto in an M14. Is the M14 the one where the recoil goes straight up?
Yeah, you'd be killing the birds and the clouds.
Yeah, you'd be killing the birds. Like, what would you do with your modded controller?
Yeah.
shoot birds and clouds.
Put it on 3-round burst.
Maybe.
That actually could come in handy. Like the funny thing about the FAL and in zombies, that's what they do to it. When you like upgrade the FAL, it turns into a 3-round burst. And I was like, oh, nice, got my M16 back. This it reminds me so much of the COD 4 M16. I love the zombies in this game, by the way, Woody. I got to get you and you and Socrates have to play some zombies.
I'm in.
It's some good stuff.
Yeah.
I tried doing, okay, so everyone's been challenging me to do zombies knifing only, and it's all good and fun until about round 3, and then it gets too retarded. Like, if I can get Juggernaut and the Bowie knife, like, nice and early, I could probably do it, but it's like, I don't know, like, that's such an impossible task.
No, here's what you do. You have to, through the first 3 rounds, you can just use the knife. Then after that, you have to shoot them maybe 3 times and then stab them. So the kills would actually be stabs. But once you get if you get lucky and you get the ballistic knife out of the random weapon box, then add the Bowie knife to that and then upgrade the whole thing, then you 1-hit zombies up to like level 18 or something. And you 2-hit them up to like level 20.
But what I'm saying though is to get to that point, where I get the ballistic knife and where I get the Bowie knife, because you got to think like think about how much it costs just to like how many points you need just to get to that room, and then it's like 3,000 and 2,500 for the jug and the Bowie knife.
Yeah, and you get 120 points of zombie for stabbing them.
Yeah, so it's. I don't know, I thought, like, knifing only zombies in World at War, I actually found doable. Like, I could do it. Like, I actually had a couple machinima videos where I got up to, like, round 12 doing solo, knifing only, because it's, but in this one, it's like, ugh, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm not, you know what? Do you guys enjoy this game?
I do.
I thought I would like it more, but it's not bad, but it's not great.
It's funny. Somehow I have very few complaints about the game. I think the hit registration was better in Modern Warfare 2, but I don't have many complaints about the game. It's mostly balanced. They've done all the sorts of things we want. Yet, I can't explain why it just doesn't seem as fun. I popped in Modern Warfare 2 today. I didn't even play it. I just needed some footage in a private match. And something about the look and the spirit of it was just more fun. I said the same thing about World at War. World at War is just a dreary, yucky, crummy environment. Yeah. That's what this place looks like too. They need to get some freaking Modern Warfare, Infinity Ward artists over at Treyarch, and we have.
Now wait a minute. Now, 4 months ago, we were talking about how like screwed up Infinity Ward was for like making everything so colorful and how people were difficult to distinguish.
Actually, Carnival's the only example of that, and I haven't changed my stance on that. If you go to Carnival. Something about the frickin' tie-dye color scheme of Carnival makes people virtually camouflaged. But if you go to High Rise, if you go to Terminal, playing Terminal is not the best experience, but looking at Terminal, that is probably the best looking map I've seen on Call of Duty anywhere. Even ugly maps like Crash and Overgrown were made attractive in Modern Warfare 2. They did a nice job. I like that they sort of brightened the thing up and turned it into an attractive game. When you go to Black Ops, suddenly it's kind of World at War looking. Everything on the ground is crummy and dirty and cruddy.
Okay, I just want to say this. World at War is based off the COD 4 engine, and Black Ops is based off the World at War engine. So Black Ops is based off a game that's based off a game that's 4 years old. Think about that.
Well, I mean, they update those engines. Like what company is it that's been using? Like, what's that Blizzard engine or whatever that they've been?
The Unreal Tournament 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5. It's going to be the Unreal Tournament, like, 20.2 at some point. Like, I don't know much about it, but
I'm sorry, I just, like, I'm not going to make it a bitch podcast, like, but I don't enjoy the game. I really don't.
I don't enjoy Black Ops either. I mean...
I enjoy it. Like, I think to say that I don't enjoy it would be way too strong a stance. I just hope that the next Mac Pack is good to look at.
Well, but Woody, you're big on like team stuff, like where you're playing with full parties. Mm-hmm. If I'm in a full party, we could play tic-tac-toe. It doesn't matter. I'm having fun with the people I'm playing with. But if you're so like, okay, here's what you should do: go play a couple games solo of Black Ops and tell me what you think of it.
Well, I've done that, of course. I mean, I think I did that yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just like It's this weird thing.
Play
where
an entire night of Mercenary Team Deathmatch and give me your opinion on it.
Yeah,
Dude, I like it. Like, I've been playing Mercenary TDM like pretty much this whole podcast, and I've had a ball. Like, I mean, I'm not like jumping up and joy and giggling, but like,
how many of those games lasted 10 minutes?
The one the last one I just quit out of because it was so gay, because it was 3v3 and the other team started hiding because when they were up by 1 kill, so I was like, fuck this, I don't want to.
I got a TDM that's coming up where we started beating them so bad they just all switched to Ghost, and then all of a sudden the game just slowed down to a crawl.
I mean, I'll tell you what would make this game more fun, and like all these little kids are gonna hate
kill streaks and no Ghost.
Yeah. Somebody the other day on my video, somebody the other day said,
believe it or not, that's what makes Call of Duty fast-paced, stackable kill streaks.
Yeah.
The thing is, in Modern Warfare 2, the whole point of Call of Duty was to achieve your kill streak.
I've never complained about kill streak stacking in Modern Warfare 2. The kill streaks didn't bother me. And, if they went up, you shot them the fuck down. You played with a good enough player so they didn't get put on you.
I hear what you're saying, but something about when the whole object of the game becomes to achieve your kill streaks, it changes a bit. I like that the object of Black Ops is to win your gunfights.
I don't.
To lock down your map. It's not
no,
so
because that's
the game boring.
Yeah, it makes the game boring, and it also it's an exercise on who has the better connection.
It is, exactly. I mean, my connection sucks dick. I cannot run around in this game at all. Like, people on a video the other day said, every time you get out your perch, you die. That's because it happens every time I get out my perch. Because if I go on a one-on-one gunfight, this game has so bad hit detection / bullet registration, I'm going to lose every time that AK-74U guy.
But here's the thing, Woody, when I was like, okay, I'm going to go, like my buddy of mine's like, let's go play, there's like a pure playlist where literally there's like no attachments, no kill streaks, no perks. It's just like, it's literally the most balanced thing, and it was the boringest game of Call of Duty I've played in years. Like, you would think that would be a good thing with no attachments, no guns, no perks. I forgot what the game type was, but it's underneath, it's deep within the
bare bones list.
Bare bones Pro or whatever.
Yeah, where it's literally like there's I don't even think there's perks.
It's you and your gun. There's no perks, no kill streaks, no attachments.
No, no anything. And literally, I was bored to tears. It was it was bad.
When I'm playing, I like the fact that I'm better than most of the players I'm playing against to like result in me raining a kind of death and destruction down on them that makes them all quit, and then 6 more people join in, and they're like, "Oh fuck, not this," and I fuck them up for a while too.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to pound the bitch with an AC-130, kill myself with a Simtex. Next 6 come in, and I do the same shit again. Then I put it up on YouTube. That's what I want.
People have heard me talk before. It's almost as if there are no 1 KD players. Like, I remember in CoD 4 when I made the transition from being like a .75 player to that 1.5 player. And it was the difference between being abused by kill streaks and being the abuser, right? And once you can get to 5 in CoD 4, you're likely to get to 7 and then die, and that 7 will help you get to 5 the next time around, and that was how it went. And so, but I'm not sure that makes for a better game. In this, you have to earn your kill streaks every time, and I don't know.
Well, I think COD is COD. I think Call of Duty is a good like life lesson for these youngsters that are playing it.
What's the lesson? The rich get richer.
The rich get richer. You're gonna get fucked up. I'm better than you, and you should just quit. Like that's honestly the best lesson that you could teach the young youth of America, because if you like just kind of play around and be like, oh, it's all fun and games, fuck that. Like, they need to learn, just get their ass beat.
I think it's School of Hard Knocks with my AC-130 being the teacher.
It's the same game mode over and over. They could have brought back War or something, but it's domination, team deathmatch, demolition. There's no new game type, really.
Let's talk about game types. So let's do that. Let's do a prank call, Kyle. So get your prank hat on. But before the prank, the game types. I was trying to think of what I wanted that was new. Like, there's War, but I want something new. And all my ideas were stolen from Halo. I like the idea of a headhunter, right? That's something different. You kill a guy with a headshot, skull pops out, you collect it, take it somewhere. That's at least something new in Call of Duty. What's the one? Is it Powerball, where you hold the skull and you have to stay alive while being melee only?
Well, to be fair, they do that the wager match.
Just imagine that game type Call of Duty. Here's what happens. Bitch grabs the skull. He goes sits in the corner with Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait, I have an idea. Put him on the map.
Yeah,
Right?
like
a Modern Warfare 2 flag runner, right? Stick him on the map. All right, so now,
I just want to war back.
So now you have an objective game where, like, you're coordinating with your team, you're telling them where you're going to go, where you need protection from. You set the thing down, you win a gunfight, you pick it up again. Look, I'm trying to come up with a new game. You come up with your new game, and I'll frick there and shit on it. Bring it, Quinks.
Now I got a question.
That sucks.
I got a question. I got a question. If they were to come out with a game type that was amazing, but you had to pay for it like DLC, what do you think of that?
I'd pay.
That'd be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were going to do that for Modern Warfare
cool with
2, but they
weapons,
got sued.
camos, anything they want to add to the game that wants me to pay, I'm down.
You guys remember, like, they had all those game modes for Modern Warfare 2 they never released that the JTAG guys had lobbies for. You could play like the Global Thermonuclear War, which was it was like one headquarters in the middle of the map.
Oh, Global Thermonuclear War was
How about
terrible.
this? Demolition with one bomb, kind of like War, but it's in the middle of the map, and somebody has to plan it and blow it up.
That'd be a shit show.
That's one of the that's similar to Global Thermonuclear
Bring back
War.
shipment. We just have shipment.
I'll talk about that next. Global Thermonuclear War. The trouble was, if you were a bomb planter, it was just impossible to survive. Right?
You
were
just
gonna
said
die
it's a
lot.
headquarters nuclear war. You got to be a bomb planter, and then the other team has to defuse it, then plant it again.
Right. So I'm talking about Global Thermonuclear War. I don't know if you ever played it because you had to be on a modded. You had to be invited to a modded lobby, but basically it was like Sabotage. It had one bomb in the middle. It took a really long time to plant. Like, I don't exaggerate, maybe 45 or 60 seconds to plant this bomb. So you kind of sat there and collected it like you would at headquarters, and it was just awful. Like, if you didn't care about winning, you could go 1,001 with your KD. Just sit there and shoot people trying to win from a distance.
Noob tube them. You wouldn't shoot. Noob tubing's the way to go.
Do that. Just tube guys sit there and shoot tubes on the bomb, collect your kill streak. Your kill streak builds into a kill streak. You do that again and again and again. And, then you post your video saying that you helped your team win because you were a slayer.
You obliterated the other team. That sounds like a game mode I'd want to play.
Slayer. The bomb would sit there in the hallway on terminal. How hard is it to get kills from guys in the hallway? Just tube them. Stand on the red roof, throw a tube over.
Well, the thing about it was they made it so that you did need those slayers because it didn't capture any faster having 6 people on it than it did.
It was
one.
a terrible game type. If you were the guy on the bomb, you just go -50 every game. There was nothing you could do. So now, all of a sudden, both teams have 6 people who don't play the objective.
And they also had second chance search and destroy, which was search and destroy with one respawn. Which
that might be kind of cool.
But think about it this way.
No, I would imagine double clutching. That'd be sweet.
Oh, I like the way you think.
Dude, double clutching would be pretty epic. Think about that.
I was thinking, imagine rushing the other team's spawn and sitting there and laying down and waiting for them to spawn back in for the second time and just shoot them in the ass.
I still say War is the best game mode of all time. I don't know.
War is the best game mode of all time.
Yes. I know we both like World at War, and I don't know why the majority of the people don't, but War made that game.
Do you guys have any ideas for a new game? So, yeah, I have some ideas that are just stolen from Halo or Halo Reach. Anything new? I don't even have an idea that could be a different game.
Like I said, the bomb. You keep saying the bomb planting. It was a capture. You had to stand near it on thermonuclear war. Wasn't a plant.
Fine.
What
needed to be a capture because it took a minute to do it.
But that would just be like war though. Well, I'd want to be like one bomb. Just have that one bomb like sabotage. But sabotage is 2 bombs. Just have one bomb in the middle of the map. No cover. You got to plant it and let it blow up, and the other team has to stop you and plant their own.
One bomb in the middle with no cover. I just don't like that because it's gonna. The people who assign themselves this glory role of Slayer will get these big games and then defend themselves on how they
be a Slayer every now and then, Woody.
All right, then we lose, right? Because someone's got to.
You don't lose.
You be the planner. You be the planner.
If you beat the other team down bad enough, your team gets around, you secure the bomb area, and you just hold them back. There's set spawns in that kind of game mode.
Like a game like Capture the Flag benefits from Slayers, but it needs objective players. In a game that you've described, you're talking about Slayers and meat. Meat that just dies 30 times a game.
People play objective game modes to
Only 30?
kill meat. I hate to tell you.
What about a 9v9 search?
Too crazy.
Dude, 9v9 is fucking ridiculous. I mean, you should 9v9 is for scrubs, white boy. I keep telling you this.
There's too much. Man, Wings, there should be 12v12. It's, man.
Go play Battlefield.
I don't know how you guys can play 6v6, 10 minutes, get 40, or like 10 kills the whole game. It's so slow paced. That's why I back out of so many games. It's so boring.
It's because you can't handle the intense action of people actually knowing what's going on.
I'm happy if I get 6. I hate it when we get 4. Or
Yeah, I've
3
been
on the
playing a
other
lot
team.
of 3-on-3s and 4-on-4s, man. I'm actually happy when I get a 5v5. And when it is a 6v6, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I can handle this. This is going to be pretty wild.
My senses are overwhelmed.
Like, seriously, like, I saw it was 6v6 the other day, and I was like, oh, all right, I better straighten up my chair then. Like,
I just wish that there's something else in the Ghost Perk slot that was favorable for more people to use, because I'm tired of calling UAVs and getting nothing.
I think they should nerf Ghost. I think if Ghost can only work 50% of the time, like every second swipe, you can show up on the radar.
I'm telling you, dude. Let me ask you
Black Jacket isn't 100% immunity to explosive. UAV Ghost should not be 100% immunity to kill streak.
Dude, okay, here's the
listen to
thing.
this. Oh, I got it. I know how to fix Ghost. All right, so let's say that Black Jacket reduces. All right, let me word this correctly.
If you could talk, what would you say?
Black Jacket gives you, let's say, an 80% immunity to explosives. Do the same thing on the radar. If enemies are within a certain range of you, then they're on your radar, but your long-range radar no longer works.
Okay, here's my gripe with Ghost. I've made a career of rocking UAV Jammer. Like, honestly, in COD 4, it was about playing Connect the Dots. I stayed off the radar. Hardly anybody ever used UAV Jammer in those game types. That's how I made my money. Now, with everyone doing it, I'm like, we're on an even playing field, but I only have a knife. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't cool. That's my personal gripe with it. And it sounds like I'm bitching, but that's why I can't seem to do well in this game, because everyone's using Ghost.
I hate it.
It slows the game down, and that Ghost bitch is sitting in the corner when you come to meet him too, any blade.
Yep. Hell yeah.
But
it's like,
here's my idea for Ghost. I even said this on Twitter. The same thing Kyle just said. At long range, you're covered, but close range, you show up. All right. Also, Ghost Pro, you're not 100% immune either. Make the diamond longer. Instead of 700 milliseconds, make it 3 seconds before you appear.
I don't have an idea, but somebody tweeted a new game, so it's kind of cool. Have one bomb in the middle, and there's some flaws in it, but all 6 players have to plant to win. That's kind of a neat thought.
No,
I don't know how you manage unbalanced teams. I don't know how, what if we have, my first thought was,
what
if it's
all
6
day.
on 5? How is that fit? No, everybody has to plant.
No, but the fact is, one person won't plant just so they can kill whore. I'm not ending this game. I want to kill whore more.
Yep.
That's an issue.
Or one person, you know what'll happen? Willie J. Will join your game, and he'll be like, fuck you, and he'll lay down at the back of the map. He's like, I ain't playing. You lose again, Mr. Gamertag. You lose again.
Willie J. Will. Yeah, it turns out he's friends with Mr. Boss for the win. Do you know him at all?
I deleted him with Junkyard. Same thing.
That Mr. Boss for the win was on my friends list is the reason Willie J. Will was able to join so many of my games. So if Mr. Boss for the win is on, if there's any YouTube commentators watching this, you got to get rid of him because he's the facilitator for Willie J. Will.
What's the story behind Willie J. Will?
He follows you on the Xbox.
He'll make it his mission to play with as many YouTube commentators as possible. I probably play with him 3 or 4 times a week. And not anymore. I figured out it's
total asshole. He will join your shit and block. If he's on your team, he's gonna block you into a corner, or he's gonna follow you around shooting a gun off. If he's on the enemy team, then he's gonna be rocking his Strela 3 with his Ghost, making sure he shoots down your air support. Not so he can win. He don't care about winning.
No.
He just doesn't want you to do well.
Like, I remember YouTube commentators, even some of the guys here, would sometimes fuss like, oh, this stinks, that guy shot down my air support, I don't like him. And I thought, well, you wouldn't like me either, because, you know, if I'm on the other team, your air support's not going to last. But Willie J. Will's special, man. He doesn't care about winning. He's a griefer. You know, he'll go 2-24 and be thrilled to death. Like, hey, did you notice that your chopper gunner got 1 kill before I got it down? You know, you were insta-gone. This guy is a griefer. He just likes joining lobbies and giving people a hard time. And
there needs to be a list, a public viewable list that all Call of Duty commentators can update with people that do shit like that, to let our army of watchers message the crap out of them to the point where they can't even sign on. I think that would be.
But that's what this kid wants. Honestly, like what we're doing right now, he's somewhere jerking off right now. He's like, yeah, I only use me Blades talking about me now. Yeah, talk about me, Blade. Do it.
We talked about celebrity earlier. This is why I don't like celebrity. If I do bad, somebody's going to call me on it.
Mm-hmm. It makes me nervous every time I have a bad game or a slow game.
Oh, hey, Wings.
How many messages have you got? Like, yeah, I knew you weren't shit. It's like, what the?
Some guy sent me a chat request, and I was like, I accepted it, you know, because I get chat requests every couple of minutes because people want to like view my player card and see recent games and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I've never ever accepted a chat request before. I thought I'd just chat with you. How you doing, man? He's like, I didn't want to talk to you. I just wanted to look at He just wanted to like voyeur on my games. And I'm like, so what are you up to? And he just didn't have any words. He didn't have like, I'm good. And he didn't.
Actually, you can make your file share private, right?
How?
It's some way. Like mine was already private, and then I had to unprivatize it to let somebody watch one of my videos. So I'll look into that and get back at you. But there is.
Please, maybe.
Like you can make it so like this person was there. Like
Your
this person was
file
literally
share?
like
Or
yeah,
your recent games.
both.
If it's in my file share, it's probably good. Like I probably saved it. If it's in my recent games, it's my history. You know, some good, some bad, whatever.
I know, but like you can make it so that people can't see that.
Oh, yeah.
But now, if you make it like that, you can't see other people's. Does that make sense? So it's like you can't close yours and then still see others. You have to either say, do I want to let other people see mine so I can see other people's, or do I want to close mine off and not see other people's? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. So, but you could just open and close it at your own.
Yeah, but you got to go to like through the security settings on the dashboard and actually take
What gets me? So to get this, every single day except for Thursdays, I play Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. And typically we finish pretty late at night. I mean, if we finish at 1, that's an early night. Sometimes it goes stupid late to where I'm like, I hope I can function properly at work tomorrow. And
Call of Duty hangover.
And I know it's time to stop because I've had like a series of bad games in a row. I call it being past my expiration date. And it's like I just can't play anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm not thinking straight. You know, the things that frustrate me a little bit at 9 p.m. are just wrecking my brain at 3 a.m. So I stop. But the trouble is, that's my those games, the ones where after I stopped playing, are the ones that are like front and center on display. My worst stuff, my 2 a.m. games are the ones that are shown for like 18 hours a day. Unless you catch me actually playing, then you're watching those those games where I was past my expiration date and I was at my worst, and that bugs me.
Don't you think we're complaining too much? Oh, my vagina's hurting. We get too many messages.
No,
yes, I think maybe we are.
We do.
I think it's stupid that people will go
get paid for it. How are we complaining?
Dude, don't even give me that bullshit. This is a fucking job. This is a fucking job.
It's not a job. It's not.
I enjoy it.
Maybe to you.
I keep calling out the same thing. Like I went on that vacation in September. It was so eye-opening for me. I couldn't wait to get back. I wanted to do more videos. I was, itching at it. I missed my channel when I was gone. If I didn't make a dime from it, I'd still be doing it.
Well, okay. In regards to Whiteboy, the things that we talk about, they do suck, and they are like little things that bother us that we wish we would not have to deal with. Like I don't like playing a game and it turning into knife lobbies. I don't like playing a game and somebody thinks it's funny to pin me in a
Shoot
corner.
down my air support just because I'm me.
Yeah, I mean, so those are aggravating things, but like that's the worst of the worst. So I think we're in.
You ever get this one, Blade? You ever get somebody to go out of the way to fuck you up and then be like, "Yeah, fat bitch."
No.
This is the solution. You make an account with ones and I's and L's. There's a whole bunch of them, so they don't know who you are. They can.
Oh, they'd have to be really attentive to like figure out which one you are.
I've thought about. You know what? That's funny though, because like sometimes I go on my shooting account, which is just my name, and I'm like, cool. Now no one will bother me. But the people that recognize my shooting account are the real super hardcore fans. So that's almost like worse. Like if you can recognize so like people actually recognize my full name because that's what my gamer tag is because I'm uncreative. But I do get what Whiteboy's saying, like with making like almost like the barcode looking gamer tag so that people can't just randomly find you. But
if they recognize me and they like my channel, then it's just, hey man, nice to meet you, and a little bit of self-imposed pressure to have a good game, but it's all cool.
I love it, but at the same time, it does get,
If they recognize and they hate me, that's when it's like, man, why can't I be anonymous? Why do I have to endure this? Or what happened to us like 2 nights ago? Maybe you're right, just mute them.
If you recognize me at all, I leave the lobby.
No, here's what you do.
How is that? Whoa, how is that possible though, bro? Like I'm not trying to say that I'm some fucking superstar, but I can't play in a lobby without getting recognized.
Well,
and it's not like you're up-and-comer. You know what I mean? You're not like, I can't tip the hat and say, "Hey, what's up, Wings?"
No, hell no. I'm leaving.
No.
Oh.
I'll be with Wings.
How do you play a game then? How is that possible that you play? It's not like you're like some small channel trying to get off the ground. You're well known. So if you play, people are going to recognize you in lobby and say,
There's
"Hey."
450,000 there. I'm pretty sure I can find 12 of those motherfuckers that don't know me.
I've been with Wings before. Somebody be like, "Hey, Wings, add me, Wings, I love you." Wings goes, "Fuck you, fanboy."
Why don't we make some kind of fanboy common courtesy list right now, like some rules? All
right, don't talk to me. Don't acknowledge me. Don't put your clan tag WOR. Don't put your clan tag Huppet. Don't fucking look at my file share. Don't follow me around. Don't send me messages. Don't send me friend requests. Matter of fact, don't do nothing but watch my videos.
If you can make your clan tag Huppet, don't listen to him.
If you're gonna send Wings of Redemption something, it better be money, motherfucker.
Hey, my whole take on seeing people like that, I'm just like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Thank you for watching.
Don't do that.
Videos.
Like, get the fuck out of my game, kid.
Yeah, no, not me. I'm like, hey, I'm glad you like the channel, right? Something like that. Yeah. Happy to say, totally cool. And the things that I don't want them to do, I think are totally obvious. Like, please don't curse me out. Please don't go crazy if you and your 4 friends beat me playing with people I don't know. Please don't sit there and shoot your pistol next to me all game long, so I'm constantly on the radar.
It's so annoying. That's so annoying.
Please don't tomahawk me once and you go 1 in 18 and then put it on YouTube like you're a big player.
Did that really happen?
Yeah, it happened. It did happen. The guy tried to tomahawk me the entire game, and he ended up getting me once in a domination. And guess what? It was in my damn YouTube inbox. I got your bitch ass, fat fuck. And it's like showing a channel with like 26 subscribers, looking at a tomahawk.
Me and like 8 people are laughing so hard at you.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all this, guys, right now. I do not accept friend requests. You send me a friend request, you lose the ability to send me messages because I do block communications now. I used to just do the X shit. I block communications now.
I accept any and all friend requests you want to send me because I keep a full friends list now. I will say this: if you're insane enough to like send me a message that says, "Hey, will you delete somebody and add me?" then I feel sorry for you because basically what you're saying is, "Hey, I'm stranger number 1. Would you please get rid of stranger number 2 and add me?" Doesn't make any sense.
Like, I think for Christmas we should add one of those people. Just one of them.
My friends list is full though. I'd have to delete somebody and ruin their Christmas.
I predict your friends list isn't actually full. I predict you have a handful of friend requests pending that you could just say no to and make a spot. Am I entirely
okay?
Absolutely not.
On Xbox, that's true, but on PS3, My friends list is full of actual people that I know, and I honestly feel that I could go to their house and have dinner with them.
Well, that's cool.
I'm gonna add.
Oh, really? That's nice. You got a whole nice little community of friends there. I've probably got honestly, I've got 8 friends, 8 people that I feel like I'm on that level with on Xbox Live. Like I go over to Woody's house and have dinner, and I'm pretty sure Woody would trust me around his wife. Like I mean, I think it would be fine. But there's only 8 people that are on that level.
I'm still trying to play basketball with Woody's son, but
I'm so not happy.
Oh my god,
dude, that was awesome. You crushed in that commentary. Kyle, are you ready for your prank call?
Who are we calling, may I ask?
There's a link in the Skype chat.
I hope this isn't the one about the small pet.
No, this one's pretty good, I think.
Hey guys, I'm gonna unplug my mic in fear of laughing during it. So,
all right,
is that okay?
Yep.
For some reason, my Internet Explorer has frozen. So give me a second here.
All right, so let me help you out. There's a guy here in tight pants, like short shorts, maybe lycra, and he's hot. He's got tan on. He's all ripped and buff and handsome and such. And he's offering private lessons for working out. You know, he wants to be your personal trainer. He'll transform your body according to this thing. And he has a very different and fun type of a way to tone muscle and burn calories. So, are you ready?
So this is on Craigslist.
Yeah, it's on Craigslist. Yeah, and there's a phone number on here and some pictures of the guy. Do you want to wait and get the ad?
No, I got this.
All right, yeah. So handsome guy wearing very little with a different and fun way to tone muscle and burn calories. In real life, he's a fitness instructor, but
I'll bet he is.
It'll be ringing soon. No, they're looking for FPS Brian.
Why isn't it ringing?
No. Do you see it like I do on the side with that little pre-ring graphic?
Yes, I do. Yeah. It looks like we're...
Hi, it's Larry with LA Body. Please leave your name and a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, I saw your ad on Craigslist, and I'm definitely interested in a private session with you. I was wondering, do you charge by the hour, or could I buy a whole evening worth of your time? Because from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like you're exactly what I've been looking for. I'm looking for somebody who's gonna give me a serious workout. I need to be stretched and pulled and just really worked out good. And I think I'd like to buy 2 hours worth of your time if I could do that. I'm not too far away from where you're located, so if you could get back to me, I'm interested. Those pants are so fucking tight. The only thing tighter than those pants is you'll find out. So please get back to me on my email. It's jd117@gmail.com, and hope you can get back to me tonight, because I am ready, willing, and able to give your services. Have a nice night, my friend.
God, you should have used workout regimen.
Stupid.
All right. That was Painkiller already, episode 30.
Did you get the link? I got another one. I put one in the chat.
Did you spell it out, or did you actually talk
Wait a minute. Should Blade be throwing stones?
Oh, I'm tomahawking at the end. That's how I win.
That's how you win.
Oh, we already got this. Yeah, this is the chick that wants to pick up dog shit. No, I called her. I called her and left her a message and asked her if it was some kind of S&M thing that she picking up dog shit. And she actually emailed me back and called me a weirdo and told me not to fuck with her anymore. Because I gave her my real email. I was like, hey, maybe she's down.
Alright, guys. That was Painkiller already. Episode 34. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Toodaloo.
Peace.